Okay, mic is good. Mic is up. Okay, mic is up. But give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta grab my Yorkie. Steve, you gotta watch your goddamn mouth. Okay, like I said, just know your damn role. Okay, I gotta be an NPC for like 30 seconds because I gotta get my damn dog. So if I get killed, whatever, who cares? You know. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you, Mike, you're actually waiting for the GTA roleplay. You're anticipating that. You're anticipating, what is it, South by Midnight. You're anticipating the Ninja Gaiden, the stuff I'm never gonna give you. Now, without further ado, let me get my goddamn dog. Jesus Christ. Okay, okay. Oh, gosh. Phew. I didn't die? What the heck? Now, you would think me being just sitting here and being an NPC, right, that I would just, be hooked or whatever. That's crazy. Oh, wait. Oh, damn. Perhaps I spoke too soon. Come on. Come on. I don't know how long it's been, but you still got Palestine. Bring it, bitch. It's been a while. But I'm back. And wait. Oh, shit, he got me. Not bad. Somebody better be doing that damn generator. I'm buying time. Oh, he got me. Oh, bitch. It's all good. You better be playing. What? You better play GTA roleplay. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, Steve. I'm gonna play Dead by Daylight forever. I lied. I'm not playing any other games. This is all I'm gonna play. You might as well just get used to it. So, a part of me really wants to complain, cry, and moan about the trial and error that I've been going through for, like, I don't know, the last couple of weeks. But, I guess I'm just gonna suck it up. But I've been having crazy tech difficulties. It's been insane. You know, but and whatever. You know, that is neither here or there. I'm not gonna complain about it. You know, not gonna complain about it. I do want to talk about it a little bit though, because it's kind of therapeutic. It's a way of getting it off my chest. You know, it's definitely a way of getting it off my chest. It's kind of therapeutic in a way. It's something that I really want to do. Is just bring it up just a little bit, because it's been low key, high key, not low key. It's been high key, really pissing me off. You know what? You gotta, one thing about doing this in particular, when you're learning, when you're still learning, you don't really want to, you kind of want to stay on it. You don't really want to take too much time off or get away from it, because what happens is you start to forget the most simple things. I was supposed to be on, I think maybe 7 o'clock Central or something like that, 6 p.m. I don't know, I think like 5 p.m. Pacific time, because I wanted to also watch Raw, you know, while I was on here. But it was the most simple thing. I couldn't remember where to put my damn stream key for the. I couldn't remember where to put my stream key in the specific software that I use together with OBS, because I use 2 different streaming softwares, right? So I didn't know where to put it, and it was just pissing me off, and I was like, bro, this ain't making sense. So the whole damn time, I've just been like, just going to you. Oh, you thirsty, huh? Oh, you thirsty, huh? You thirsty, huh? So the whole time, come on, bitch, bring it. I'll fake you the hell out. So, anyways, so the whole time I've just been troubleshooting, going through trial and error, and you know, trying to figure out where to put this goddamn stream key, and I didn't know where to put it. And finally, I don't know, a light bulb, I guess, just went off in my head, and I was like, okay, well, there you go. And it was there, and I was like, damn. And I was like, let this be a lesson learned. You know, it's like, this is what happens when you kind of step away too long. You start to, you know, because people got to understand, when you're at your desk and you have all these monitors in front of your face, it's like you're DJing almost. You're like a DJ. If a DJ takes a little time off and stop, you know, hosting all these crazy epic, you know, shows and parties out in Coachella Valley, California, if he stops that for a while, he might forget which knobs do what. And that's kind of what happened with me. I'm a little embarrassed to say that, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure there's people out there who could relate. So I'm just gonna lay it out there. But it was pissing me off, and I was getting very, very angry. And then eventually, I don't know, it just randomly popped in my head, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I remember where to put the damn stream key. Because where I was, in Streamlabs, you technically have like 2 locations where to put your stream key if you're using some other type of streaming software, and I forgot about that, and it was right in front of my face the whole time. It literally like had a little note in the corner saying, hey, custom stream blah 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 whatever right here, and it was like written in like tiny little fonts, and I clicked it and I found it. But it really had me pissed off, to say the least. So I had to bring it up. I had to just bring it up. I had to, because it's therapeutic for me, and it just kind of gets it off my chest. On top of that, I don't even want to talk about the other stuff I'm doing in the background, low key, fam. It's yeesh. I'm learning a lot. You know. I like to think I'll be a future tech. I like to think I'll be a future technician. You know. So, but yeah. Anyways, another thing I want to say though, I just want to make this clear. You know how people have like those little lazy spurts? That's not why I wasn't streaming. It wasn't because I got lazy or I didn't feel like. No, it had nothing to do with that. Believe me when I say this. I was doing other things, and I was also going through a lot of trial and error working with other software, and it had everything to do with this, and it would not work. It would not work for anything. It's pissing me off. Bruh, I got 2 cameras in front of me right now. They're not working. They're fully functional cameras, and they're not working. I got my Canon over here to the left. I got this weak, cheap Logitech, but I'm still gonna use it because, you know, why not, right? You know, second camera, you know what I mean? But so you know, it's just the stuff isn't hard. The stuff isn't complex at all. But when you don't know, you know, then there's a bit of a learning curve, and you got to be patient. You know, and I'm one of those people, I don't like to ask for help. I literally know people in Discord where I'm like, bro, do you know how to do this, that, and this, and the other, you know, in OBS? And they'll be like, yeah, I got you. I don't want to ask them because I'm petty like that. I don't want to ask them. I might have to though. I might have to, but I don't really want to ask them because I want to just do it myself. I don't want anybody taking credit for anything that I do. Okay, that's why I like asking people for help. Cause I'm petty like that. You ain't taking my goddamn credit. Goddamn you. It ain't gonna happen. I'll give you credit where credit is due, but don't try to take my credit because you might have just hit me with an assist. Like you gave me, you did the assist, okay? But I still dunked that bitch. You understand? Okay? I still dunked it. I still posterized, you know, that guy in the paint. If you know what I mean. Basketball people understand. But to be clear, it had nothing to do with laziness or I don't feel like it. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with trying to basically learn and set up other software for the stream, which I still haven't gotten. I will get it though. I will get it. And also, I was doing some other stuff outside of all this. You know, it just kind of, you know, it had the kid kind of, you know, tied up. You know. But it was none of that, oh, I don't feel like it, or oh, I'm not in the mood, or I'm depressed. Pussy. Shut up. Okay? I'm out here. Don't get me started, okay? Don't get me started. This stream can shut down at any time, and it probably will. Because of literally thunderstorms, lightning and thunder, and all types of crazy stuff. You don't hear me bitching about it. You know what I'm gonna do if it does randomly shut down, which it probably will? I'm gonna go live again. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna pour me. We don't do that. Okay. Now, anyways. So, damn it. I didn't watch Monday Night Raw. I couldn't watch Monday Night Raw because, well, I'm doing this. I like to have it playing in the background though, but I don't see my tribal chief, so it doesn't matter anyway. You know, it's better to watch Raw if he's watching it, and you know he can kind of give me the rundown on what's going on. Because technically on Mondays and Fridays I can't watch Raw and SmackDown, but if I got my tribal chief in here, he can kind of just give me the rundown and give me an update on what the hell's going on. Because I never really do watch technically. I'm always kind of getting my Raw and SmackDown news through him. So, you know, type-ish. Oh! You letting us go? Why you? Okay, all right. I kind of hate when they do that, but you know, whatever. Sometimes you just gotta take. I'll take my dubs any way I can, so forget it. Damn, it's already been 32 minutes. Oh, I know why. It's because I didn't technically start streaming until what, maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes after I went live. Because I was still setting some stupid stuff up, man. This is a headache, bro. I'm not even capping. I'm not complaining. You know, it's a headache. But like I always say, this didn't choose me. Wait, it did choose me. I didn't choose this. This chose me. So that's just how it goes. I didn't choose this. You know, I was chosen, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. You know, that's just the way the toilet flushes. That's just the way the fat guy finishes his burger. I didn't choose this. It chose me. Bro, you're confusing me. What do you want, man? What do you? Oh, you like? Yeah, she's A cups. I know. She's very easy on the eyes, man. She doesn't want nothing to do with you. She's not into furries. Bro, what did I just say? Oh my god. Can I just do the generator, please? My God, bro, it's a curve. Go away. I would never understand that. Ah, get away, man. Get away. Goddamn stalker. Jesus Christ, what was that about? What a weirdo. He's probably off to freaking stalk his next victim. Virtually goon to them with his eyes. Wonder who his next victim's gonna be. Oh, there he is. He's letting this go for some reason, I don't know why. Chubbs. What's up, man? How you been? How you been? I haven't been MIA. Don't you tell me that. I've been going hard every goddamn day. What have you been doing? Bro, what is with this dude? I think he wants me to palace stun him, so I'm just gonna do it. Come on, come on. You want to get palace stun? Okay, fine. Free palace stun. Come on, walk right into it. That dude's bugging, bro. He's bugging. And then he starts chasing me. I don't even understand what the hell he's doing. Look, I get it. You throwing the match. You want us to leave. I ain't out. I'll gladly leave. Damn it, man. I could really go for a steak right now. I'm going to tell you right now. A steak dinner does sound nice. If I really wanted to, I could have ordered out and got like freaking steak and chicken Alfredo. Is that how you say it? Chicken Alfredo? Chicken Alfredo, steak, and probably like about like maybe a dozen wings. But that would have ran me like a 60. And I'm like, nah, fam. Cheapity cheapskate right now. You know, you got to understand, these are different times we're living in. You know, we got tariffs and, you know, freaking Nintendo games are $80 right now. It's like, I don't think I want to pay $60 on fast food right now. Besides, I already spent like some cash like on some games and stuff like that. You know, I don't think I went overboard, but, you know, some little old schools because I collect and everything. So, you know, I had to do that. I had to take care of that. Man, let me tell you something, dude. I don't know why, but what is it? Tony Hawk's American Wasteland for the Xbox 360 went up to $70. It's like the cheapest I think I seen it was like $50, but it's like averaging like $100, and I don't know why. This was a game that I wanted to add into my retro collection, right? And wait, you said something, Steve? Okay, hold on, let me finish this. So this is a game that I wanted to add in my retro collection, right? But the thing is, it went up to like $100, and I don't understand why. Like, it was a game that I've always wanted to purchase for a long time, and for the longest, I think it's always been like maybe a $20, $10 game. It shot up to like $100. Why? I have no idea. So I'm just, I'm retro shopping. I'm getting some retro games, and I see this game for $100, and I'm like, why? So I try to go buy it, try to find it as cheap as I can. I'm thinking, I can probably find it still for like cheap, and the cheapest I found it was $34. I'm like, okay, that's fine. The only thing is, it was from GameStop, and the thing about GameStop is they don't, when you're buying like used games from GameStop, either retro or current, they don't really, like, you don't know what you're getting. Like, you can't see a picture of the case unless you physically go into the store. You don't know what you're getting. And I remember buying retros and used games from GameStop like 5, 6, 7 years ago offline, and they'll just give you, like, sometimes they'll just give you the game without the case. Like, they'll give you the game inside of like a CD envelope piece of paper. And it's like, what the hell is this? Where's my booklet? Where's my case? Where's my cover art? So I didn't want to take that chance. So I kept looking, and I couldn't find anything. So I finally just caved in, and I just dropped a bando, one Blueface, one Benny, one Benjamin, on an old freaking game that came out almost 20 years ago. That game will be 20 years old this November. And the reason why I know is because I remember this was 2005. Okay? 2005, bro. Do you even know how old that is? Some of these YNs, they probably, they were like babies or not even born, so they wouldn't know. They can't relate. But to older people, it's like, bruh, yeah, the 360 came out in 2005. So I was just like, fine. It's not like it's the first time I've ever spent like $100 on an old game, so I was just like, whatever. Because I figured it might go up even more, so I just grabbed it. So yeah, play it on stream? Nah. And not because it's an old game. It's just, remember, I said this before. I always say this. I say this 100 times. I don't like to play games on stream that have too much music, because then I have to turn the music off. And for me personally, that kills the vibe, fam. That kills the vibe, so it doesn't really feel the same. Like, can you imagine playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City with all those 80s, all those 1980s jams in that game, but you gotta mute it for the stream? Like, bro, I'm not even gonna. Nah, I play off stream. Or you can watch me in Discord, but that's about it. That's, this is about the best you're gonna get. I don't know if you're safe with a private stream. I don't know. I have to look into that. But yeah, I don't like to play games that I really want to play or that I really like that have good soundtracks to them, because I want to hear the soundtrack. It just takes away from the game. And I wish there was kind of like a way around that, or I wish there was a way where, both sides can still win. It's like, people who play the games with all this music can still enjoy the music live on stream, right? And then at the same time, it's like, it doesn't really interfere, with whatever the hell it interferes with. So yeah, type ish. Steve said, what'd you say, man? Play South by Midnight and that 33 game and GTA roleplay. No. I will, but I don't know when. I really want to play this stuff when, I have, better production, basically. Let me at least get my damn camera going, man. God damn, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just going through hell with that. I'm too proud to ask somebody for help, but I'm probably gonna do it anyway. I might just be like, yo, yeah, I need to da-da-da-da-da with this and that and the other, so, because, I just kind of need to get on with it. It's spring now, we're heading into summer. I think we're in the middle of spring. We are. It's May, heading into the end of spring. Summer will be the end of June. I always like to say spring begins in June. Summer begins in June. But really, summer begins the end of June. But for me, I say it's June. But yeah. And damn, man, I don't really want to bring this game up because I don't want to make you cry, Steve. But remember the Tokyo Drift game? Yeah, that comes out in a couple of weeks, man. Oh my god. And I don't have the sim racing rig set up, so whew, yeah, I can play the game, but probably gonna it's probably gonna be with controller. I'm not even gonna cap. It's probably gonna be with controller, but I'm supposed to have the whole sim racing rig set up for that. That Chubbs and Bobo don't believe I have. they don't really think I have a sim racing rig. And I told them I have a sim racing rig. I have the wheel. I don't trust these brake pedals though. They're like old as hell. They're like some Thrustmaster brake pedals from like 15 years ago. I don't know about these. I got to install new drivers to them, so I don't really know how that's gonna go. But yeah. But other than that, the wheel is brand new. It came out a few years ago. It's a Logitech G Pro. It was $1,000, but I think it dropped down to like 800 or something. I don't know. But I heard it's a really good wheel. And, you know, it checks off pretty much everything for me. And, you know, it checks all the boxes. You know, it's PS5 compatible. It's PC compatible. I can use Game Pass on PC, so technically that's Xbox. So it's Xbox compatible, PC compatible, PlayStation 5 and 4 compatible. Like, it checks off all the boxes for me. It seems to be a really awesome wheel, so yeah, I'm excited about it. I hope I don't get too frustrated putting oh damn, I hope I don't get too frustrated putting this thing together, but we'll have to see. Oh, that asshole stalking me. So he's leaving me alone now for now. At least for the time being. Let me heal up. Let me heal up. You know what I hate the most right now? I was getting good at Marvel Rivals. I was getting real good at Marvel Rivals. And I haven't played that game in probably like over 2 months. And I was a beginner, and I was actually starting to find my rhythm and get decent with Iron Man. And now, because I haven't played in so long, I know the game is going to be complete trash. And that kind of sucks, man. It really sucks. I mean, I know I'm gonna be complete trash, so it's just like, damn. And I got to go back through this grinding stage. But I was never really trying to. Actually, yes, I was. I wasn't out here sweating it out, trying to be the best. But what I wanted to do was, I really wanted to just be decent enough so that I can, you know, just hold it down and contribute to my team, right? And now it's like, man, it's back to square one. But that's okay. I'm probably gonna download it to the PC anyway, and I don't know, try to play mouse and key, see how that feels. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I got quite the treat. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that though. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stream that. I'll probably do both. I'll probably stream it and yeah, I'll do both. I can't really say it's a treat for you though, Steve, because it involves Dead by Daylight. And it involves my favorite character in Dead by Daylight, which is Sable Ward, bro. So shit. Why are you playing this game with me? Why are you playing this game with me? Oh, you suck. He stalked me. Damn. Asshole. Flashlight him. Don't give up. Don't give up, bro. Flashlight him. Oh my God. I really wish I could have had my sim racing wheel mounted on my desk, which I can. It comes with a desk mount. But the thing is, this thing is 11 Newton meters. No one's gonna know who that is unless you're familiar with sim racing. But it's 11 newts, and I mean, for my desk is a pretty sturdy desk, but it's not stable. It's not the most stable desk. It's strong, but I already know with 11 newts, this thing's gonna flip over. this thing is going to flip over. So it's like I can't do that. So I bought a freaking like a chair. It's a chair and it comes with like a, it's like the whole little cockpit. Like, so it's something that I can actually mount the steering wheel on, and then it comes with the bottom where I'm supposed to put my feet and put my pedals, and it's like a whole little setup. These things can get expensive too. They can go from like a few thousand. You know, the cheapest, you know, you'll see is like, you can find them cheap for like maybe like 120 on Amazon, but those are going to be complete trash. So I had to go somewhere kind of like mid-tier, you know. So yeah, I found one. It ran me, I think, like five blue faces, if I'm not mistaken. But it's supposed to be a tank. It's from China, right? China. And it's a monster. I did my research on it, so I can't wait. I might try to customize the seat, but I don't know. That might involve like welding or something, so I don't know. I don't have any welding equipment. Maybe I can get somebody to do that. But yeah, because I have this really cool racer seat, but it's not compatible with my sim rig, so I don't know. I might get it welded on there. But then again, this racing seat that I have, it's not comfortable. Oh sheesh! Why are you playing these games, Michael? Why are you scaring the rest of the world with your ugly face? You know what game I've been looking forward to playing? Stalker. Stalker 2. Oh, sheesh. I need to. He's chasing me, dude. He probably knows. He's probably gonna know I'm in here. Damn it, he knows. We'll see about that. What I'm gonna do is, I'm still gonna raise production. Okay, production is still in the works, but you gotta give me some goddamn time. This is quite the learning experience, and I'm also doing other things in between. However, we're gonna stick to the same format, which is basically just this. You know, faceless, plain, simple, no transitions, all that other lame crap. But eventually, over time, you know, we'll see things expand and grow and upgrade. But right now, we got to stick with the same formula. This is why I was kind of off, because I was trying to set all that up, and then I started to think to myself. I said, you know what, this is stupid. Instead of me putting everything off, or instead of me specifically putting streaming off, so that I can kind of like, you know, raise the production, I'm like, dude, just keep streaming, and then, you know, on your spare time. I never have spare time, but when you're not streaming, make time to get all that stuff done and taken care of in the background. So that's just the formula that I'm gonna go with, because me taking time off costs me, man, and I'm pissed about it. I'm really pissed about it. So yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm just gonna have to make time, you know. If you gotta give up sleep, you gotta give up sleep. Don't be a weenie, you know. Don't be a chump. And it's just as simple as that. Like I said, I didn't choose this. This chose me. So that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's just how the ball bounces. That's just how the burger tastes, right? So yeah. I'm actually low-key hungry, man. I'm always hungry, bro. I'm always hungry. And it isn't like a fat guy thing. It's just where I'm at, I don't like the food, so I don't eat it. And it's like I drive far so that I can get the food I eat. You know, I mean, I get the food that I like. You know, so I just like, ugh. Then on top of that, the food here is like crazy expensive. So it's like, ugh. It's like, how is this food gonna be gross and expensive? This makes no sense. So like, I'm always in like pre-starvation mode. It's like, god damn it. Oh well. Had a small pack of, what is this? What do you call these? I forget what you call these nuts, but I had some. Okay. Pistachios, yeah. I had like a handful of pistachios. That was my meal before stream. This guy isn't serious. I don't know what is. I don't know who is. There's no time to eat. No, that's all I had to eat, low key. Well, when I get off, I'm gonna make a little sandwich, pastrami sandwich. No biggie. I should put raw on right now, but if I do, I can't hear it. It's gonna have to be muted. It's almost 11 o'clock. I told you I tried to get on like 7 Central, but I was having trouble with the streaming software. Like an idiot, I was putting the stream key in the wrong location. There's like 2 places to put like your stream key, but I don't know what the second one's for. It doesn't really seem to work for anything, but anyways, yeah, so I put it in the right location and voila. But like I said, unfortunately, I have to stick with this stupid format until I can figure the better format out. And I will randomly go live on Twitch exclusively sometimes. But that's probably me just troubleshooting and experiencing some trial and error. So yeah, don't get your boxers in a bunch and get all excited. All right. You know, it'd be cool if I could walk along the side right there, and just can't. Anyways, I'm gonna have a couple normal matches. I don't know how normal that really is for me, but damn. Oh, spin him out. Spin him out. Oh shit. Did you hear that when he said, oh? He's about to say, oh. Get the fuck out my way. What are you doing? No, stupid a-hole dude was like literally just blocking me, dude. Did you see that? That idiot was like, he was running like into me. How the hell did she just see her? How did he not see her? What the heck? I guess. He's coming back though. He's chasing that girl. He said the hell with me. Cool, fair enough. Let me heal up. I'm all for it. Let me check my sound levels real quick. The mic seems to be perfect. Yeah, the mic is perfect. Sorry if that hurt your ears. Mic's good. Yeah, the mic is perfecto, famo. Okay, and this is good. Okay, all right, say less. Yeah, man, so... Bro, look, you don't have to say, okay, you don't, that's okay. If you don't believe, that's okay. You don't have to believe it. But speaking to the 2 people who do believe, which is Chubbs and Steve. Yes. So basically, I don't know. It's a couple of games. I can't really remember. There's Dirt Rally 2.0. So basically, I got like a couple of rally sport games, and then I don't know. I just went to Steam and went crazy. I bought a whole bunch of car racing games. So I guess I'll just run a gauntlet and just kind of just play through them. But I don't know. I can't make any promises because I don't know when I can, really set up the whole sim racing rig thingy. It's a big thing, so it's like it requires a lot of time, and it comes with a lot of screws and a lot of bolts. So, I'm definitely gonna make the time to do it, but I'm just saying I don't know if I'm gonna have it set up by the time Japanese Tokyo Drift comes out. But I would really want to, because it should be fun. I mean, who doesn't want to play a Japanese Tokyo Drift game in 4K? Be nice. But I'm crunched up right now for time. But like I said, we're gonna. Eesh. I'm not gonna make no promises, but just know I'm gonna put the work in. Put the work in. Because what is it? I get confused. Is it Chubbs or Steve? And was one of you? Not Steve. Is it Chubbs or Steve? It's one of you guys who like really want to see the sim racing game. Now I can't play Gran Turismo 7, not with the wheel, because I have to have like the pedals have to match my steering wheel. That's just the way my steering wheel is programmed. So I'd have to buy like a whole new set of pedals. So it's like, Gran Turismo is gonna have to wait. But however, as far as everything else, Forza Horizon, Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Payback, a set of cores, all that other stuff is pretty much fair game because it's fully compatible with my PC, regardless of what pedals I use. So it's not really a problem. Oh, it was worth it. It was worth it. What would you do for your teammate? What would you do for your teammate? I don't care. I did it for my team. I did it for my goddamn team. He's gonna hurt me, I'm done, that's it. I don't care. I did it for my damn team. Dude, what the hell? Oh. She wants to be a little NPC. I don't know if she was body blocking or not. I guess that's it for me. No one's coming to save me. That's it. Wait, I think I see this idiotic Steve. This was the idiot that was like, that got me hooked in the first place. Oh, damn. I'm convinced that damn werewolf is actually the Samoan werewolf. Oh man, either the Samoan werewolf or Braun Breaker. Ah, damn it! I made it just a second too late. I'm sorry. Yeah, I love the Supra, man. I love the Supra. That's gonna be the first car I'm gonna use. I'm using the Supra. I've always been infatuated. I can't even say that right. I've always been infatuated by the Supra ever since I was a little niño. And this is before the first Need for Speed. But the first the Need for Speed, I said Need for Speed, I'm sorry, Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious, the first movie, it did influence me when I was just a little niño. So I think that did make me like the Supra even more. However, I've always been into the Supra even before then, because when I was a little niño, my older brother had a Supra. It wasn't that one, but he had a Supra, and I've always liked him ever since he had one. So yeah, I don't like that new Supra that came out, that 2020, that 2020 Supra. I'm like, it kind of looks like a Subaru. It just looks like another version of a Subaru. It's okay. I mean, I'm glad Supra came out with another car, but I'm just like, I don't know. It didn't look all that cool. Now the funny thing is, they had like prototypes before the car came out, and the prototypes looked amazing. They should have just went with that, but whatever. But I mean, I have seen like body kits. Shh. Oh damn. I have seen like body kits where like, oh shit, bro is really playing with me right now. Oh, oh. I have seen like really cool bodies. Oh, oh, damn it. Bro, what the hell was that? I forgot. I'm playing with a half broken controller. I have seen bodies that look like really good on the Toyota Supra and stuff like that. But yeah, man, Supra all the way. You know. If I ever go to Japan, I have to see a Supra. There's a lot of them out there, and it's actually a rare car globally. But there's a lot of Japanese guys who like their own Supras. So yeah, you know, type-ish. So yeah, that's like on my to-do list if I ever go to Japan. I gotta meet somebody who has a Supra, and I gotta let that fool like, come on, man, you gotta let me drive it. I don't care. Look, I'm gonna pay you how much you want. Look, I'll give you a couple hundred right now. I just gotta ride this around real quick. Ah! Get off my NUTs. Get off my NUTs. Oh. Get off my NUTs. My post game's impeccable. Oh my God. Stop it. He got me. Bitch. Nah, that's not gonna be the only car I use in the game, bro. Like, what are you talking about? This game has like, it's kind of like Gran Turismo. They have like over 400 cars. Like, you think I'm only gonna be the Toyota Supra? That'd be stupid. These are casual matches right now. I'll turn up later. I just don't need to get all sweaty. I already have carpal tunnel in my thumb. Yep, Toyota Supra and the Nissan. Yep. Yeah. You remembered? Yep. The 02 Eclipse. The 2002 Eclipse. Oh, man. No, I did not watch Raw. I was gonna, but I was too busy trying to figure out how to I was having trouble with my software, and you know, like I said, if you'll forget things. Like if you're not using your software in a while, you'll just kind of forget like where stuff goes, what does what, and I couldn't remember where to put certain information in the stream key, and I felt like an idiot. And then finally it just kind of clicked, and then, you know, boom, and everything was good. So yeah. Yep. No, I think I'm thinking that will probably be, I don't know, man. It's quite the bucket list. I don't know. Either South by Midnight, or it could be Ninja Gaiden 2 Remastered. I don't really know. The remaster is running on Unreal Engine, right? So that's always good. Yeah, Expedition 33. Yep. I don't know if it's on Game Pass. I could check right now. I don't think it is. I doubt it. Let's see. If it is, that's great. I mean, I don't have to buy it. I highly doubt it though. But then again, I don't know Game Pass. Oh! There it is. It's about to go down. It's about to go. I mean, I would have bought it, but great. Just saved me 70 bills. Just saved me 70 Washingtons. 70 George Washingtons. Okay, cool. I love to see it. Yeah, everyone's all talking about this game and yada, yada, yada. I mean, I'm not surprised. This game was on my bucket list for most anticipated game of 2025. This game was one of the games on my most anticipated list. This might actually be the first game to come out on my 2025 most anticipated list was The Last Berserker Kazan, which I still haven't played. But whatever. I mean, I've been playing the demo and been getting freaking whooped. So I don't know if I should buy the game, but I'm still gonna buy it. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it for PC or for PS5. I kind of want to start building like a PS5 collection. So I don't know. I might purchase it for the PS5, but it's like it's kind of hard to do that when, you know, my PC plays games better than my Series X and my PS5. They just look better. Now I think if I get a PS5 Pro, I'm thinking as far as like visuals, maybe the PS5 Pro would probably look a tiny bit better than my PC. It might be neck and neck. I think the PS5 Pro, it might be like the same as far as like the way it looks visually, but when it comes to like refresh rate, it ain't even close. It's night and day. Sorry. I'm over here on PC playing at freaking 200 frames. It ain't even close. Like, let's just stop it now. Let's stop the cap. But I don't know. I might get well, I'm not. We obviously know I'm not buying this game. It's on Game Pass. However, I might still buy it for. I think this is also on PSP. PS5. I said PSP. You know what's crazy? I meant to say PS3, but actually said PSP. But I ultimately overall meant to say PS5. Crazy. But anyways, why would I say PS3? Because I've been playing PS3 low key. But listen, you're making me lose my train of thought. Anyways, I don't need to buy this game. I won't buy this game. At least not now. Maybe in the future I'll probably buy it for PS5 just to like have it for PS5 because I have no PS5 games and I really want to build like a PS5 collection. You know, at least just have like I don't know. It kind of just sucks that all games are like digital now, and it's like I've been looking at my Series X games and actually I have no Series X games. I have no physical Series X games, and my PS5 games I only have 3. And I don't really like the way that looks. I like the physical cases. I like to look at them. I like to have them. I love the tangible thing. So I'm probably gonna buy Exhibition or whatever it's called, 33 anyways, for PS5, and then I'm gonna also buy whatever the hell else is out. Yeah, Gears of War is on PS5. I might just get it. It's gonna be $40, so I'm gonna buy it. It's just so weird, like me being like, I know you YNs wouldn't understand you, but it's just so weird looking at. It's gonna be weird seeing not Grand Theft Auto. It's gonna be weird seeing Gears of War 5 for the PS5. That's gonna be looking really strange. So I'm gonna purchase it just for the hell of it, just to have Gears of War, on a PS5 case, and so there's a couple of PS5 games that I gotta pick up actually physically. I know that College Football 25 is like $30 now, so I gotta pick that up. The Exhibition 33 game, I'm gonna pick that up. Even though I have it on Game Pass, I want a physical copy, so I'm gonna pick that up for PS5. I just want physical PS5 games, so I'm gonna get a couple of them. Maybe even The Last Berserker, is that what it's called? The Last Berserker, Kazan, and whatever the hell else. So because I just want to build up my PS5 collection. I want to be able to see the games. I still haven't got Stellar Blade. Nope, still haven't got Stellar Blade. I got Ghost of Tsushima, but it's digital. I have Returnal, but it's digital. I have PS5 games, but they're all on my PS5. They're not like physical, but I think I'm gonna switch it up and just start buying disc games because it's just fun to have discs. I mean, if you're like my age and you're not a YN, then and you grew up and when I was still kind of young, I was playing Xbox 360, PS3, Nintendo Wii, and we had physical games. It was fun. If you're a YN, you can't relate, so you probably don't even know what Guitar Hero is. You probably never even heard of Guitar Hero or Rock Band, and poor you goddamn YN. I like to bully the YNs because I'm a ON. I'm a O. I'm not gonna say it. I'm a ON. Actually, no. I'm a GN. You see, listen. You have YNs, and then you have ONs, and then you have GNs. I'm a GN. I'm a grown one. And then you got ONs. Those are the old, you know what, right? And then of course you got the young Nick, you know. So yeah, why won't I say it? Because I don't want to. I mean, I can say it definitely. I have the pass, but I'd rather not. You know, I can say it, but newsflash, not all of us not all, we don't all say it. You know, some of us just don't. You know, we rather not. So some of us don't say it. You know, a lot of people think we all say it, but we don't. Because sometimes it's, you know, that word is so controversial and people have so many different views and perspectives on it. There's actually, you know, some people who are black who, like, they see it negative and they don't use it at all. You know, my views on it, to be continued. But I just rather not say it, you know. I do say it, but it's like, you know, I'm trying to get away from it, you know, just a little bit. I think it'd be better, you know. On top of that, I don't know, it's just, I don't want to get into it, but it's like everyone says it now. Like everyone says it. So it's like, I don't know, that kind of turned me off in a way. So that makes me not really want to say it because everybody says it. Like, I literally, like, no cap, I literally had a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman call me that. And I sat her down and we had a long conversation. And she apologized, you know, and but we were cool. We were cool in the end. But you said cap? No, I really did. Like, she just thought it was cool to say. She thought it was comfortable. And she felt comfortable enough around me. And I just sat her down and I kind of schooled her a bit, educated her a bit, you know, gave her the rundown, you know, and I tried to tell her that, you know, you can't just think, you know, I don't want to really get into it because it's kind of touchy, but forget it, we're already here. But you can't just assume like every black person is going to be okay with that, because they're not. So I basically gave her a warning, like, look, you know, you got to be careful with who you say that to and really know who you're saying that to, because, you know, not every black person is just okay with that. Like, they would squash you. They would, you know what I mean? Like, it could be an issue. So I had to school her a bit and give it a rundown, you know. And she was like, all right, good looking out. I was like, I'm not looking out, but, you know. So yeah, but it was cool. Everything was all right. But yeah, back to my point, everyone says it, and I think that's kind of lame. And that's kind of turned me off from the word, so I don't really want to say it. Because it's everyone says it, you know. Once upon a time, it was a word where only a certain group of people said it, you know, and I think that made it more cool back in the day. But it's it's like now everyone says it, so I'm like, you know, it's what the hell. But I still say it, but I'm trying not to. I don't really want to, you know. I just don't. But that's just me. It's a personal thing. I don't really want it in my vocab anymore. But you know, hey, you know, at least I can say it. Without any repercussions or without anyone looking at me crazy, right? But yeah, so that's that. Anyways. I did not watch Raw. I couldn't watch Raw. I told you already like 9 times. I was trying to set up the streaming software, so I couldn't watch Raw. You know, I know all I know is that there's a triple threat match at Backlash. That's all I know. It's between. Damn, I can't remember. It's for the U.S. title. Who's the U.S. champ? No, it's not the U.S. title. Is it? Is it the U.S. title? I don't really know. This guy said, bro, keep talking about the N-word. I love your take on things. I'm not going to keep talking about the N-word. I'm not going to keep talking about the N-word. No, thank you. And say it at your own risk. Okay, I'm just going to say that. You can go out in public and say that at your own risk. I'm not going to keep talking about that. People who say it. People who don't. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't care. I choose to have a wider vocabulary. Oh, man. Oh, What's going on, man? Fatal four-way, I think. Fatal four-way. Fatal four-way at Backlash. Okay. Wait, so are all the pay-per-views on Peacock or no? Because I think all the pay-per-views are on Peacock, but I forgot. Yeah, I think all the pay-per-views are on Peacock. And then Monday Night Raw is on Netflix, and then SmackDown, I don't know what the hell they show it on. I don't know if it's still on Fox. I don't know where it is. But thanks for informing me on that, my tribal chief. Bro, I'm not about to talk about the N-word, bro. Stop that before I'm gonna have to get you about. Told you I don't want to talk. I've already touched on it. It's not a big deal. It's just a word. Some people say it, some people don't. Some people get offended by it, some people don't. Whatever. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. You could say it all you want. I'm not saying don't say it. I'm just saying whatever, you know. I don't even know how I even got off onto that word. Oh, because I was saying YN. I love to say YN. It's really funny to me. It's funny. It's hilarious. I love to say YN. It just sounds so funny. Now, what's not funny is how people constantly talk about YNs. What's not so funny is how old ends criticize and talk about YNs. That's what I don't like. It's like, why do you want to talk about these YNs? Like, you were once a YN. And you talk about these YNs, you criticize these YNs, and it's like, bro, like, you judge them, but like, it's like you don't even show them a way because you have no way. You can't show them any guidance or any sense of direction, or, you know, you can't help them. So it's like, why bash them? You know, you're criticizing them and you can't even help them. So I get mad at the old ends because I call the old ends out for that. You know, they keep talking about YNs. It's like, bro, okay, well, if you know better, then show them better, because maybe they don't know better. Stop judging them. You know, really what it is, you're just jealous because you're no longer a YN. You're an old N, and you're mad and you're upset. You know, because that part of life has left you, and you're angry. You're just jelly, and you need to just get a life. Anyways, SmackDown is on USA now. Oh, okay. Thank you, my tribal chief. Thank you. So, dude, I'm gonna just tell you, I meant to stream earlier. I'm not talking to you guys anymore. I'm talking to my tribal chief. I meant to stream earlier, but I was having a lot of trial and error with my streaming software. I was trying to get on like at 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock Pacific time, and I didn't know where to put my stream key. Stupid, right? Something so simple. Didn't know where to put my stream information inside of the streaming software, and it took me like 2.5 hours to remember it. Like, and I was like YouTubing it, and like nothing was showing up, and then I was like, I just remembered it. Just a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, oh, okay, bam. That pissed me off. But the reason why that happened is because this is what happens when you take too much time off of anything that you do. You will get rusty. You will get rusty. I'm just letting you know, because I'm on. Actually, no, I would be on this time, but around this time I'd probably be about to get off. You know, but that didn't happen because I got caught up with some crap, trial and error and stuff like that. And so yeah. And I also want to just put it out there for the record, and I already said this. The reason why I haven't been streaming, it wasn't because of laziness. It had nothing to do with that. It wasn't, oh, I don't feel like it. I'm not in the mood to. I'm burned out. Pussy. You're a pussy. Okay? It had nothing to do with that. I was caught up doing some gardening, Don't judge me, okay? Men can plant plants, okay? I was helping out the missus, something that some of you YNs don't do. You don't help your mom out, so I was, had to help out fam and stuff. And then on top of that, I was also trying to learn this other software, which has everything to do with this, because I want to raise the production, but I can't figure that stuff out. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to stick to this crappy, plain and simple format until, I'm able to, fix the camera, fix this, fix that, fix that plugin. Until I get all that stuff, underneath me. God damn, it's a bloodbath. Yo, I went in a haunted house a couple Halloweens ago, and they had something like this. It was pretty neat. Anyways, so like I was saying though, I just troubleshooting. I wasn't bumming it out, you know. I want to just make that clear. I know people probably don't care or give a damn, but it's like I want to make that clear. Like it wasn't like I just like, oh, I didn't feel like it. Nah, it had nothing to do with that. I was actually pissed off that I wasn't on it. But you know, like I said, helping fam out, and then at the same time, you know, I was trying to learn like 3 softwares at one time. I think I was biting off. Whoa! I think I was biting off. Man, get the fuck! Kill him, Ghostface, please. Ghostface, please. Yes, kill him. Don't run in front of me again. What's wrong with you, dude? I'm trying to keep my language. I'm trying to keep the profanity. Anyways, so where was I? Yeah, so anyway, so I was trying to learn this other software, and it's like I can't seem to get it, which is weird because usually when I'm dealing with all this software and stuff, I catch on kind of fast, low key. Like I don't know how, but I be catching on. You know, I finally met my match. You know. Thank God for AI though, you know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for AI, I don't know, you know. But AI is kind of like my right-hand man right now, you know. But I still have to learn, you know, that as well. But, you know, it's cool, everything's cool. So, anyways, long story short, I got to stick to this crappy format for a while. It's a little bit much longer, you know. He said sim racing rig. Yes, man. Yes, sim racing rig. I don't know what you mean by that, but yes. If you mean, am I gonna build it? Am I gonna put it together? Yes, man. Yes. I'm not stupid. I know that Tokyo Drift comes out at the end of the month. I know. Okay, I know. I'm one man, man. You gotta bear with me, all right? You gotta cut me some goddamn slack. I'm by myself. Please, just cut me a little bit of slack. You know, I don't have a team, all right? Put only in my name for a reason, bro. I don't have a team, bro. You gotta have some patience with me, bro. But yeah. Anyways, though, so I couldn't watch Raw tonight, so I don't know what happened. My tribal chief, I'm hoping maybe you could kind of, you know, brief me a little bit. Did I miss anything? Oh! Did I miss anything cool? You know, did Randy Orton randomly RKO someone out of the blue again? Did he? Come on, bitch. Yeah, that's what you want, huh? I'm right here. Huh? You get off to just slashing blondes? Is that what you're into? Well, see, I get off to smashing blondes. I don't know what it is with you, but somehow you get off to slashing blondes. Why would you get off to slashing blondes? I get off to smashing blondes, not slashing blondes. You sick freak. Something's wrong with you. Asshole. He gets off to slashing blondes. What a weirdo. You're supposed to smash blondes, not slash them. Jesus Christ. Give me a break. Anyways. So, yeah, I didn't watch Raw, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I kind of wanted a little bit of insight before Backlash. I don't know if Backlash is supposed to be this weekend or next weekend. I'm not too sure. So, yeah. I'm probably just going to have to... Raw is on Netflix. I'm probably just going to have to just watch it. Like, maybe tonight or something. Try to fight my sleep. Do something like that. Hold on, give me a second. Something disconnected. Get away from me. Oh, shit. I gotta go. Get out of... He's doing it again! Bro, something's wrong with him. Yo, get him. Kill him, please. Please. No, Steve. Get Steve. I think that's his name. Get the nerd. Please, get him. Nah, yeah, thank you, God. Yeah, get him. Get him. I turned my back on the whole damn team. Get him, bro. Please. Nah, not that guy. No, not him. No, not him. Get this one. Get this asshole. I'm sick of him. I'm gonna be busy though, so I'm gonna miss it. Oh, you're gonna miss Backlash? Oh. Well, no biggie. You can always still watch it on Peacock, right? If I'm not mistaken. You should be able to watch it on Peacock. So with Peacock, you should be just fine. I mean, as long as you got the Peacock, you should be great. Sorry, controller disconnected. Let me just connect it. There we go. We're back. Stupid crap. This is why I need to be on the PC. I was trying to get all of that set up, but man, trial and error could be a real bitch. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, bro. Like, I've stayed up for like 2 days, bro. Like, drinking freaking Monster coffee. I couldn't crack the code, but I will crack the code. I will crack the code. Mark my words. I always crack the code. I got you, family. I'm just by myself, man. I gotta do it by myself, you know. So because I'm by myself, it's a little slower. Shit. Come on. Why did you? Oh, my bad. You know what? I betrayed Ghostface. That was my fault. I was actually on his side for a second. I betrayed him. Oh, I guess I'm back on the survivor side. Yeah, but I won't be home. Oh, okay. Well, like I said, if it is on Peacock, you know, you can always watch it like another day or something. Like, I can't remember what it was. I think it was SummerSlam. I watched it like a month later. Like, it was like a month later. Wait, is this the idiot that body blocked me? It is. Yeah. Wait, let me look at him. I'm gonna shake my head to this. Yeah. Maybe you'll learn your lesson not to body block me. Here, I'm gonna get you off. I'm gonna let you off with a warning. Okay? I'm gonna give you a chance because I do believe in second chances and I do believe in redemption. Okay, but I have to say though, I'm gonna have to put you on parole. Okay, you're on parole. Check in with me once every 30 days, and you know, you're gonna have to randomly pee in a cup. And yeah, just yeah, fuck out of my face. All right, man. Anyways, wait, I know this controller did not just disconnect again. Wow. God damn it. Give me a minute. Let me change these batteries. This is so stupid. Oh my God, bro. This is why I need to be on PC instead of stupid Xbox. This is dumb. Get these batteries. There we go. We should be good. We good? Okay, yeah, we're good. Damn. This controller's trash and I'm too cheap to actually replace it. I actually have an Xbox, what do you call it? The Elite controller? Elite 2 controller? I have the Elite controller. But I just won't use it because I'm saving it for Gears of War E-Day. Yeah, I'm saving the controller for Gears of War E-Day. I'm a low-key big fan of Gears of War, and I don't know if you heard or if you've been living under a rock, but Gears of War is gonna have a new Gears. Oh no, yeah, get him. Yeah, get him. I'm on your side. But yeah, Gears of War is gonna have a new Gears of War, so I'm saving that controller for first-person shooter games or third-person shooter games that I really like. I'm not using it for anything else. That controller would never be used for like any random regular gameplay like this game. It would only be used for like my favorite shooter games. So like that's like Gears of War, you know, stuff like that. I could buy another controller, but I keep spending my money on games. You know, so I don't know. Whenever I stop doing that, you know, I'll get another controller. Because I had two other Xboxes. I had the Series S, and then I had some old-ass Xbox One. And I sold them with all the controllers. So I only left myself with one controller. Well, technically I do have two more Xbox controllers, but I don't want to use them because it's limited edition. One is a Gears of War limited edition, and it's like brand new, and I don't, you know, that's more of a collector's item. And then the other one is oh no! Yo! Come on, Ghost. Come on, Ghost. Look, go get him, man. Look. Just follow me, bro. Look. Just follow me. I'm gonna lead him to you, man. Don't do this. But yeah, they're both like collector edition controllers, so I don't really want to use them. One's Gears of War, and then the other one is Halo 20th Anniversary. And it has gold on it, man. Do you think I want to use a controller that has gold on it? I don't want to use that controller. Besides, it goes with my 20th anniversary Halo Collector's Edition Xbox Series X. I'm not using those. Those are gonna go behind glass one day. You know, you wouldn't understand this though, because you're not a collector. GTA 6 is for you. Okay. GTA 6 is for me. I just assumed it says 6. It just says GTA. GTA for me. I mean, I guess, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little worried about playing Grand Theft Auto. Hold on, wait. Let me. Yeah, get him. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta sell you out. Don't worry. It's a trick. It's a trick, bro. I promise you, it's a trick. I'm gonna come back and save you. It's just a trick. It's just a trick. But I'm a little nervous when it comes to GTA roleplay, bro. I'm a little nervous because, like, I'm not good at shooting games, low key. So I already know, like, I've watched the roleplay. Like, I got like a gazillion people who want me to play roleplay with them. And it's like they're all shooters, and I'm like, bro, like, I can't shoot. Like, if I play roleplay, I can't be somebody that has. I can't be a goon. I can't be a goon. Like, let's be clear. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be a goon. Like, I already told him. You know, I could be anything but a goon. I can't be a goon in roleplay because I can't shoot. I'm going to get sniped and headshot every time. And you got to understand, people who play Grand Theft Auto, like, they've been playing that game since for, like, over 10 years. So, like, they're sharp shooters. That game is never going to come out, says my tribal chief. I agree with you 100%, fam. But, you know what? Me, personally, my tribal chief, I'm not really waiting on it. I mean, you know, I'll let you know a little secret. And a lot of people would get mad at me if they ever knew this. But between me and you, I know you won't get upset. I never played the campaign of Grand Theft Auto 5 or even Grand Theft Auto 4. I've never played them. I started them like 5 minutes in and I stopped and I never played them. So me personally, I'm okay with the fact that Grand Theft Auto 6 is taking a gazillion years because this means I have enough time to actually play GTA 4 and GTA 5. I have GTA 4 for PC, the whole complete edition digitally, and I also have it for PS3. So I'm probably gonna take some time out and just play the damn game because I heard that, you know, GTA 4 was a phenomenal story with Nico Bellic. So I'm gonna sit back, relax. I'm probably gonna have to do this off stream, and I'm just gonna play Grand Theft Auto 4. The only reason why I would do it off stream, yes, correct, even 4. I never played 4. You know, the reason why I got to do it off stream though is because the music, and I want to get the full experience with the game. I want to be able to really enjoy it, and I feel like if I have to play it on stream, guess what? I got to mute the music. So if I mute the music, you know, I can't get the full experience. And, you know, there's nothing like doing GTA things in a GTA game while blasting GTA music. And the radio stations are funny as hell. I hope GTA 6 doesn't censor it. You know what I'm talking about. You know how they have like the little commercial breaks? Like, man, let me tell you something. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, hilarious. If you don't believe me, go to YouTube and just type in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. That's too long. Say GTA Vice City radio commercials. Funny. But it's like, I don't think they're going to be that graphic today. I don't think they're going to be that graphic. They literally had a fake commercial where I think they were like selling toys to like a kid or something. I don't even want to talk about it because it was that graphic, but it was dope. It was dope. It wasn't like that kind of like, it wasn't like the sick, weird stuff. It was just like, it was funny. And it's like, I don't think they're going to, it's some funny stuff, man. It's just some funny stuff. Like there was like, in GTA Vice City, they have like this certain radio station where they just play like slow jams and love songs, and like you get to call in and request a song. And there was a guy who called in and he requested a song, and he was like really down and depressed because he thinks his girl was cheating on him or something like that. And the radio host was like, well, she probably is. And I'm telling you, it was hilarious. And then he hears something in the background and he's like, hold on. And then you hear the door squeak, and then he walks in on his girl getting plowed by some dude. It's funny, and it's really, really detailed. It's so funny. Like, his girlfriend's getting plowed by like some black dude with a jerry curl, and he's like, you got jerry curl juice all over my bed, and he shoots him. Like, I'm telling you. Anyways, it's a lot of their stuff is graphic as hell, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious, and I don't think GTA 6 is gonna be on that same level. You know, they're not going to be on that same level. They're not. I think the last time they were really even on that level was probably GTA 4. I think even GTA 5, they toned it down just a tiny bit. So yeah, GTA 6 it's not going to be like that. It's not going to have that same crazy, you know, humor. I mean, it's going to be there, but it's not going to be on the same level. You know, but it's funny. It's super funny. It's hilarious. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, go to YouTube and just type in like GTA Vice City or San Andreas and type in like the radio commercials. I'm telling you, all of them hilarious, funny as hell. I'm thinking with GTA 6, it's not gonna be on that magnitude. They're gonna tone it down a bit, and that's gonna kind of suck. But hey, it is what it is. It's no biggie. No big deal at all. Hey, Julia. I think I said your name right. Julia Smith. Julia Smith. That sounds familiar. Julia Smith. Wait, was I supposed to hit you up on Discord, and we were supposed to talk about some graphic designings or something like that? I don't know. I might be getting you mixed up with somebody else. I don't know. You got to correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, you said GTA 6 is nice. I mean, it's a legendary game. So damn right, I agree 100% on that. You play San Andreas and Vice City. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Those those commercials is funny as hell, man. I swear to freaking God. Okay, let me see. I don't remember. Okay, you don't remember. Okay, never mind. Well, my fault. My bad. Okay, I thought you were like somebody who did like graphics, because I kind of knew another Julia. She used to come in here, and she was very impatient. She would always she would try to literally force me to like buy her graphics, and like I don't know. We would get into little disputes, you know, because she would be angry because she would want me to like make purchases of her graphics and plugins like now, and I'm like, bro, chill. Let me go check it out first, you know, like relax. You know, it's like I already have somebody else for all this anyway, and I'm actually building this stuff right now as I speak for myself anyway. But yeah, you know, type ish. Who is your favorite killer in Survivor? Good question. My favorite killer is undoubtedly Ghostface, but I never play killer ever. I'm like Team Survivor to the 5th power. My favorite Survivor is who I'm playing now. This is all I play. I only play all I play is this chick. I don't play anybody else, so she's my favorite. Alan Wake and Chucky. Okay, those are good picks. I do have Alan Wake. I played Alan Wake. He was fun. I do have Chucky, and I have played Chucky. Chucky was also fun. But normally when I'm on the game, I'm always just playing Survivor, and I'm always playing Sable. You know. Before Sable, my favorite Survivor was actually damn it, who's that guy? I don't know his name, but he's tan. His name's like Renato or something. He was my main at first, and then before him, it was actually it was the guy with the glasses. But then Sable, man, she stole my heart. She stole my heart. From the minute I laid eyes on her, I just knew she was the one, you know. And yeah, I've been playing with Sable Ward. I've been basically using her ever since. So yeah. What do I do besides streaming? I think the question is, what do I don't do besides streaming? I do everything. Wait, okay, wait. Maybe it's not that deep. I guess you mean like as far as like within the content creating realm. Streaming, role play, but I haven't uploaded it yet. Voice acting, comedy. It's a list. It's a list. I got a couple of friends of mine. They really want me to do music. I'm like, bro, chill. I want to say I do music too, but I don't. I think I'm just one of those people who are capable of doing music, but just won't do it. But I got Discord friends who are mad, literally upset with me because I don't do music and because I don't play GTA roleplay. Like, but to answer your question, oh damn, I thought he was gonna get me. But to answer your question, videos, the usual. This fool said reactions. Well, not yet, Chubbs, not yet. That's another thing you guys keep stressing me about, bro. Like, chill out. Like, it's always do GTA roleplay, do reactions, like, calm down, bro. Like, relax. Like, give me some time. I told you I'm a one-man army here. You gotta have some patience with me, dude. I just told you I was having trouble with the last software. This is why, I don't have the camera set up. Why haven't you made any custom stuff for your channel? Damn, straight with it, huh? But that is a valid question. I don't know. I'm kind of like, look at this fool. He said, bro just wants to podcast all the time. Okay, I guess that's accurate. Well, see, the thing about that is I had somebody who I was talking to in another Discord, and they were supposed to get all that set up with me, but they flaked. And then I had another person, and I don't know. It's just not. I know that it should be priority, but I don't know. I just think like the main thing should just be me streaming. I think I can worry about all the fancy stuff, all the cool stuff, all the effects. What is it? That's another thing. I'm still really stupid when it comes to Twitch. I still don't know a lot. But see, I don't even know the name of the things you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about. It's those little custom emotes or something like that. Like, yeah, I mean, I'll get all that set up, but, my whole philosophy is like, bro, just stream. Like, you know what I mean? Just do that first, and then everything else will just take care of itself. I think people, they get too caught up in, like, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. It's gotta be 1080p, it's gotta be. Because I used to be like that, and now I'm like, F it, you know what I'm saying? Let me just do what I can at the moment, and then, I'll progress as I go along, But yeah, I need to have those little emotes or something, whatever the hell they're called, those little custom thingies. I need to get a whole bunch of stuff set up. I ain't even got Streamlabs set up. I ain't got PayPal set up. I don't have nothing set up. I'm an idiot, But I'll come around. Can I show? Yep. Like, can I show you some designs on Discord? Yeah, you can show me some designs. Wait a minute. Hold on. You're going too fast. There are so many scammers and bots around. I mean, it is what it is, And they always come after us small guys. Why do you gotta bully the small guys? They want to see. This is what they do. They prey on the small guys because they know the small guys are, they're like, oh God, I really just want to grow as a streamer, and I'm so vulnerable and lonely, and I don't know how to do this stuff, and they know how to pick their prey. But see, me, I really personally don't even care about that stuff. Now I'm gonna have it because I feel like I have to, but it isn't priority. It isn't first priority, at least not at the moment. It's like, let me just get on the damn stream, let me run my mouth, let me do what I do. And all that other stuff will take care of itself. Let me see. They force streamers to buy this stuff. Yeah, they hold a virtual. They like to hold virtual blickies to your head. That's what they like to do. I've been held at gunpoint a few times. They were angry with me. I'm like, bro, you gotta wait. I'm already talking to somebody, and then I have someone that I know personally who's telling me I gotta go through him because it's like it's bro code. As a matter of fact, if he had stuck his head, he'd be pissed right now. I know this dude is not about to hook me when the game is basically over. Like, get a life. You suck. Get a life. Come on, man. Really? Let me see. Small guys don't know about custom stuff. That's why they easily in the bottle. What do you mean bottom? You mean bottom? That's why they're easily on the bottom? If that's what you mean, yeah, probably, yeah. Like I said, there's still a lot I need to learn. You know, there's still a lot I need to learn. Oh, this is stuff I should have known years ago, but I just never took the time out. You know, so type-ish. I just never took the time out to learn it. I'll get around to it. Look at Chubbs. What is it? What? He said, you don't care about that stuff. Wait, dude, you're having too many typos. You don't care about that stuff because you're just a podcaster. Tell the truth, face it. Okay, cool, fair enough. Yeah, podcast. Don't agree with him. He's right. You podcast, but totally unaware of it. Okay, fair enough. That's totally fine. Okay, Jesus Christ, look at this. He's pretty blunt today, huh? He says, I hate this game. I'm only here to listen to you talk. You're a podcaster. All right, I'll take that backhand compliment. I'll take that backhand compliment. I respect the honesty, though. I don't like cap. I respect the honesty. He said he don't even like this game. He just want to hear me yap my trap. Okay, I got you. Say less. Wait a minute. Ah, damn it. I don't know what's going on. This is glitching out. I can't see Twitch. This is glitching. Oh, there it goes. GG's. I'll be taking them L's. Hey, what the hell? Yo, what the hell's going on with Twitch? Oh my God. All right, I can't see that. There's a chat I can't see. I knew I should have updated Windows. It might be Windows. See, here's the thing. When you don't update Windows, bro, like anything would just like start to bug. I knew it. I knew I should have updated Windows before I got on, but I already had got on late, so I was just like, oh my God, bro. I was just kind of like, man, let me just hurry up and get on because I was already getting on late. You know, but whatever, it's too late now. So because I got on late, I'm gonna stay on later because I'm just like that. I gotta put my hours in, you know. It's like going to work, you know. You gotta punch in, you gotta punch out. I gotta put my hours in. Oh well. Boom. Let me see. Maybe this might work. I'll refresh it. And then I'll try to type this in. Nope. Still not working. Oh damn. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I can't see it. No, it's Twitch. I can't see the chat on there. I was trying to refresh it. I went to the browser. I see it on the wait. Yeah, I see it on the browser. BGGs. I see it on that. It's just I don't see it on the. I probably got to keep the browser open because I can't. Well, no one's in there anyway. Here we go. But I can't see it though. In case someone does come in there, I can't see it. Yeah, join me on the next game. We could run a couple. I'm super trash though. I'm real rusty because I took a lot of time off. So I'm not gonna be that good playing wise. I'm not gonna be that good. Here, let me do a test. Maybe this might work. Sometimes like if you text inside of it, it might work. There we go. That might work. See, I see that. Now maybe, you know, now text after me. Text after me. What you mean you're not in Twitch? Just get in there right now. Just move over and just get in there and just text something. I want to see if I can see it. Because usually that works. Like if you just text in it, it'll kind of like unglitch itself. And then it would usually work. Let me see. Yeah, join me on the next game though. But I'm gonna be a liability. So just an FYI. I'm gonna be complete garbage. Cause I took too long on the game. Did you go in there? Go in there. You're unreliable. See, this is why you won't be a mod. I'm looking at it right now. It says yeet. It just says yeet. Just go in there and type something real quick. I just want to try to like fix it. Cause I'm OCD like that. Trying to fix it. Well, whatever. I got a match anyway. If look, if you want me to, I can exit this match and then we can run a match right now. So just let me know. Just let me know. Let me know let me know and I'll leave this match. I want some hot wings. And I don't want to hear any stereotypical jokes because I said I wanted hot wings. You don't know what kind of hot wings I was talking about. They could have been beef hot wings. They could have been hot dog. It could have been anything. Anything could be a hot wing. It doesn't always have to mean chicken. Okay, so please, let's not be inappropriate here. Okay, there's enough. I think there's enough tension already. You know, there's already enough attention. I can't talk right. There's already enough tension within our country, in our nation, okay, overall as a whole. Okay, so I don't want to hear any of that. We need to unify. We're so divided. We're so divided as a country and a nation. We need to unify. You know what's going to bring us all together? Boobs. Straight up. OF models. They're going to bring the world together. They're going to save the world. Watch. Remember I said that. An OF model can end a war. They can end wars if they wanted to. Straight up. You don't believe me? Okay, just picture this scenario. There's like war, right? It's like one nation versus another nation. And they're like standing on the lines of battle. All it takes is a whole bunch of freaking IG thoughts and Instagram horse to just a whole bunch of OF models to be like, stop it, and it just all they got to do is just rip their top off, bro. World peace. After that, it's world peace. You know. Now the downside is, we'll probably procreate more. So I don't know about that. So I don't know. Population control probably should be maybe it should be enforced. Just a little. That's a joke. And maybe I shouldn't have said that one. Damn. Too late. Well, whatever. But it will bring world peace. It will bring peace to the world. I don't care who you are. Let a guy step on your Jordans and you're angry and you're mad. You want to fight him. Or let him just walk by you and just knock over your tray at school. And you're angry. And then some big double D chick comes and she's like, don't worry about him. And then she flashes you. You're going to be like, don't worry about who? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you think about it. My tribal chief says, yes, yeet indeed. Oh, yeet. Oh, yeah. I had to yeet. It was a little test. It was a test because but that's okay because you're actually over here anyway, so it don't matter. But yeah, man, it will bring world peace to the world. You know what? I wish I had a pillow that was like the shape of boobs. Wouldn't that be like the best pillow? Think about that. That'd be a pretty cool damn pillow. I got a pillow the shape of boobs and it feels like boobs. And it looks like boobs. It'd be nice. What a nice pillow, man. Oh, and wait, let me finish. Let me cook now. I'm not done yet. Let me cook. Get a load of this. And the pillow actually warms itself. It actually warms up. Can you imagine that? That'd be nice. That'd be hella nice. Freaking awesome. Look at this, look. He said, bro, you're a genius. That is a nice pillow. I told you. I know. I should invent it. Oh, I have the idea. We have the idea right there. Now you just got to go finance it. You know, boob pillow, and it's not just for men. It's for everyone. We don't discriminate. It's for everyone. Everyone who likes boobs. I think everyone likes boobs, right? They do. Yeah, they do. I believe they do. I've been getting some real easy killers tonight, but I mean, since I haven't played in like a whole month, I don't really want to count the time because it's just gonna make me angry that I wasn't on that long. It's just gonna like piss me off. I like to look forward. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I'm gonna let you in on a secret, Chubbs, because I know you stream, and I want to give you a tip from my personal experience. Whenever you're in a drought, you want to break it as fast as possible because it will get worse. It will get worse, okay? It will get worse, and things will get very dark for you, and you will start to think very negatively, and then you will get to the point to where you wouldn't even dare want to even like go live again. So what you want to do is you want to do what I like to call breaking the ice, and this goes for any other streamers or video makers or short form makers. It's called, you want to break the ice, okay? Don't worry about it being perfect. Don't worry about it being great or this or that. It's like, bro, what you want to do is you just want to start, okay? And when you do that, the hardest part is just starting, and you already got the hard part out the way. Everything else is just gonna flow like water. Everything else is just gonna flow like how she flows in her undergarments when she's excited. Okay? All right, it's just a little bit of advice. I had to word it that way because if I didn't word it that way, you boys in here are not gonna pay attention to me. What I notice is I don't really have your attention unless I actually, you know, talk referring to, you know, just that, because I think you guys are goners. I'm just gonna say it. Chubbs, Steve, freaking Bobo. I don't know why I have goners. I don't know why I have. You know what? But you guys do show me like mad support, even though it's only 3 of you. But I'm very grateful. I'm grateful. You guys are the big three. You guys remember the big three? Remember the big three? LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade, the Miami Heat back in the 2010s. I couldn't stand them. Me being a diehard Laker fan, I hated them. But you guys are the big three. So, but I notice I only get your attention if I talk like that. Because all jokes aside, I don't really want to be like that. But it's the only time I get your attention because you guys are gooners, you know, and that's okay. It's okay to be a gooner, you know. Just make sure when you do goon responsibly. I'm gonna go try to get the save, you know. But seriously though, that's advice to streamers and video makers. I should just say YouTuber. You know, it's like when you're in a drought, bro, trust me, like just break the ice, okay? Don't look back. Don't focus on how long you've been gone. Oh, I've been gone for so long. Oh, I fell out the algorithm. Oh, don't think like that. Don't. Come on, you slut. I'm in the middle of a conversation. Whatever. Just hook me. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to first you want to have a positive mindset. And you don't want to think like that. The second thing you want to do is you want to really just start, bro. Like I said, just hit the damn live button. Trust me. Trust me. You know. See, Bobo agrees with me. He says, yes, he's right. You need to break the ice, Chubbs. Chubbs, break the ice, bro. We love you, Chubbs. I mean, think about it. You're the only Hawaiian that I know who's like jacked as hell, cool as hell, does everything. Don't you sing? You're a singer. Bro, you can play the ukulele and Call of Duty at the same time. That was a crazy TikTok that you made. So what I want you to do is come on, whore. I'm in the middle of a conversation. Jesus Christ. Anyways, so what I want you to do, excuse my language, I'm sorry, please, excuse my grammar. So disrespectful. But anyways, what I want you to do, is I want you to just hit that live button, bro, trust me. It's gonna be fine, bro. It's gonna be great. Yo, I don't care about the look at them making excuses. I don't care about the technical stuff. I'm having technical difficulties right now. Remember what I said when I first started? I commented in my own chat thingy and I said this can actually. I'm surprised I'm actually still live. You know, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm surprised that it might go out. It might, because right now I'm dealing with severe thunderstorms and lightning, and it's actually like messing up the it's like, you know, it's messing up the internet and stuff. So like it goes in and out. But if it goes out, I'm just gonna get back on. So if it gets disconnected, it's not you, it's me. Just give me like a couple of minutes, and then I'll be back up. I'm surprised I've stayed on for this long, which is a shocker because I got lightning, I got thunder, I got like hurricane warnings and all type of stuff, you know. So yeah, shout outs to Miami, you know. Yeah. Shout outs to that tropical weather. Oh, she's gonna mori me. Oh my God, you're so petty. You're such a petty Freddy. You just couldn't let me go. That's why your hair is purple and no one likes it. That's why the world hates you. That's why you're ugly. Anyways, but I want you to do that though, dude. Just start, you know, and that's for anybody. Just start. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is start, and you'll be fine, bro. Trust me. Everything else will take care of itself. You'll be fine. Get out of your head. Stop overthinking, and just freaking start. You know what? I gotta check on Unreal. I don't know what the hell's going on with that kid, but like I said, I ain't trying to be all in his business or his biznack. I think that's how they used to talk in the 90s. His biznack. But he's been in a drought, you know, and I don't know. I'll probably DM him or something, see what the hell's going on. But I don't know what's going on with that kid. But I low key miss his streams because it was kind of fun, you know. It was always cool. You know, he would, you know, just sometimes stream shirtless, you know, I don't know why, but, you know, he can do that because he has the muscles, you know, I don't, so, you know, but I miss his streams, though. He would, like, watch those, what is that, you know, the balloon popping shows? I used to like to watch his reactions to the balloon popping shows, you know, but I don't know where the kid's been, you know, so I probably got to reach out to him, you know, and, he probably needs to hear this. I probably gotta tell him, hey, look, bro, you know, just start, fam. You know, it's not gonna be perfect. Like I said, I'm dealing with severe weather storms. Internet's messed up right now. I'm surprised I still been on. I'm surprised I maintained a stable connection, at least up to this point. And like I said, when it does connect, because at some point it will disconnect. So when it does disconnect, it's not me. And I'll get back up. I'll be back up. You know, you just gotta give me like 5 minutes or something. Because sometimes the internet could be out for like a couple of minutes, and sometimes, I don't know, it'd be out for like 5 minutes, and then as soon as it's back, bam. You know, but I'm not letting it stop me. I could just be like, oh, I ain't gonna stream at all because I'm getting this crazy hurricane weather, tornado weather. Like, you goddamn pussy, shut the hell up. You know, don't be built like that. Know your damn role. You know. And remember that. Remember Uncle Ro told you that. My Y ends. I don't know. Am I old enough to be Unc? I mean, I am an uncle, but am I old enough to be called Unc? I don't think I'm old enough just yet to be called Unc, unless it's by my actual like nieces and nephews. I don't think I could be called Unc yet. Oh man. I think if somebody called me Unc, who was just like a young person, and they weren't actually my niece and nephew, I'd laugh. I'd be like, bro, you gotta wait until I'm at least 40, bro. Like, then you can call me Unc, okay? Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, at Unreal. Yeah, my tribal chief. I don't know like I said, I'm not somebody who's always looking at the next man and judging the next man, but I am a little concerned. He's been gone for a while. He's been gone for a long while. So I'm concerned. I'm just a little curious. I did ready up, Chubbs. Calm down, relax. If you look to the lower, okay, well, it's too late. But if you look to the lower right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a red dash. And if you see the red dash, that means that I'm all set and the game is just loading. But anyways, so Yeah, I'm not trying to be all in his business. I don't know what's going on. I hope he's not depressed or sad or anything like that. Or he better not be a weenie. He better. That's what I hope not. Unreal better not be being a weenie. You know, I don't want any weenies in our circle. We will have. Are we not the bloodline? Are we the bloodline, or are we the bloodline? First of all, we will always acknowledge you, my tribal chief. I know that. Paul Heyman did what he did, but I would still always acknowledge you. So let's just get that out the way first and foremost. But you know, if we're the bloodline, you know that we need to actually show that we're the bloodline. So, you know, no one's weak in the bloodline. You know. But yeah, I might have to reach out to the kid because I don't know what's going on. It's just been so long. You know, I'm just getting kind of concerned. At first, I was like, you know, maybe he's taking a break. But I mean, like, I don't even want to say how long he's been MIA. I'm not even gonna say it because it's been that long. You know, so I might reach out to him. And I mean, like I said, you know, I don't know what he's doing. He might be going to school. He might be getting a degree. He probably just, you know, put this aside to do something else. That's always understandable. Look at me. I was gone for, I don't want to say it, but I was gone for like 4 weeks. You know. But it wasn't because of no weenie stuff. Let's be clear. You know, I just had to help out fam and, you know, do a little bit of contracting here and there, you know, still trying to get the ceiling going. Oh, by the way, my tribal chief. So if you do see the room and it looks crazy, don't worry about it, okay? It's just under renovation. I just want you to know that. So please don't bash me. Don't make me feel insecure. Don't talk about my popcorn ceiling, you know, because I know about the popcorn ceiling. Like if you have the popcorn ceiling, that's like for some reason, it's just a terrible thing. But I'm going to get it retextured, bro. You know, and the coolest part about it is I'm going to do it myself. You know, most people, they can't even do stuff like that. They got to, like, call people, you know. But since I have a little bit of experience, I can pretty much do it myself. It's really pretty simple. Anybody can do it. So, yeah. So, if it's looking crazy and you see my door and my door is, like, brown, like, bro, trust me, the door is going to get painted. I have a new door, like, literally, you know, right next to it. You know, it's going to, you know, so work in progress, bro. Work in progress. Wait a minute, you didn't join me in the next game. You said you was going to, my bad. Hey, listen, look, if you want to join me, let me know. And then I'll ditch this. I'll ditch this game like I used to ditch in high school, and then we can run it, and then we can have a match. Speaking of high school, I got a short story. My tribal chief listening. So basically, I just got done with football, right? This is a really, really short story. I just got done having football practice, and I was walking out the locker room, and there was this guy. You know, he wasn't a bad-looking guy. He was a good-looking guy, and he had a really hot girlfriend, right? And thanks, I appreciate it. But you know, anyways, so he had this really hot girlfriend, and he had her up against the wall by the lockers, and he was like making out with her. I kid you not, my tribal chief, she literally stopped making out with her own BF to look at yours truly, my tribal chief. And she just couldn't stop staring. She wouldn't even blink. And then I'm just like looking back like, what the hell? And then he turns around and he looks back at me, and then he looks back at her, and he yells in her face. He's like, what the F are you looking at him for? And I was like, damn, fam. I mean, now this is before that song by Chris Brown and Lil Wayne, These Hoes Ain't Loyal, was even in existence. But I really wish that song was out during the time, because I would have just walked right up to him and just told him, fam, you know, respectfully, these hoes ain't loyal. But I don't know. It's just a little short story that popped up in my head. I just thought it was kind of messed up. I was like, damn, it just sucks, you know. She's looking at this young jock, you know, this young stud, you know, 6'3.5", almost 6'4". It's like, goddamn, 6'4", 17-year-old senior, you know, quarterback / receiver. You know, back then I had like hella abs, you know. I couldn't blame her, you know. She was looking at Unc, my tribal chief. She was looking at Unc. That's, you know, she could have been your auntie. I'm just gonna be honest. She could have been your auntie, you know. But I decided to be a good little lad and, you know, not take take other guys' girls, which leads me to another short story. I was gonna take somebody's chick in high school because I had a major crush on her. Like, I had a huge crush. Yes, she was Latina. Don't judge. I know Chubbs and Bobo like to say that I have like this Latina fetish. Shut up before you guys say anything. But so she was Latina, and she had a boyfriend though. But what I did was I went to my big bro and I said, big bro, and he was like, yeah, younger bro. I was like, have you ever took someone's girl before? He told me no, which was surprising because big bro was a gigolo. Okay, big bro. Look, long story short, when it comes to big bro, he was that guy. You know how do you YN say these days? He's him. My big bro was him. Do you know how many females I seen come in and out of our house? Bro was really that guy. He was really him. So I was like, you never took no one's girl? He said no. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, why you asking me? You think about taking somebody's girl? And I said, yeah. And he was like, don't do that. So anyways, he sat me down. He had this crazy talk. Well, not crazy talk, but we had to talk about it. He convinced me, so I spared the guy. Right? So I didn't take his high note, if you will. Okay. And I'm just gonna say high note because she was Latina. So I just think saying that because Latina goes hand in hand. Right? Chris Brown and Wayne continue to be right. They really do, my tribal chief. They really do. Oh my God, man. I mean, it's unfortunate, it's unfortunate. I don't really want to sound sexist or really get into women not being loyal, but we know the obvious reasons why they're usually not. We know what the number one reason is, and, so I don't have to say it. But I don't want to sound sexist or discriminate either, but it is what it is, type-ish. But yeah. Oh man, I got a lot of crazy stories when I was in grade school, dude. Did I tell you about the fight that I got in high school, my tribal chief? I don't know. Should I save that one for another day? It's a little ratchet. It wasn't my fault though. I promise you. I was a good noodle. Dude, I was on the football team. I wasn't trying to get in trouble. Like, come on, man. Like, what the hell? And the team needed me because we sucked. I had to play quarterback and receiver, bro. The quarterback was so bad, he got benched and the coach started me, bro. I'm the receiver. Like, why do you start he had to start because he seen me just playing. Like, how you had practice? He seen me, like, throwing the ball. So he thought I had a kind of an arm. I didn't. But, I guess my arm was better than the starter. Our starting quarterback. But, anyways, bro got benched, so we had to run the Wildcat offense, so that's basically what I did. I would just run Wildcat, and then it was funny because, like, defenses couldn't stop me. It was the craziest thing. You just see some tall, lanky kid just running Wildcat, I couldn't be stopped. But the thing is, because they had the box loaded, like, it would leave our trash receivers open, so I would just sometimes just drop back and just throw a bomb. And someone would just be dead open, so it's like, if you don't catch it, you're just a complete bomb. Never catch it. Touchdown. Because under center, I was so much of a threat, which was weird. Because I don't think I really had an arm like that. But we would just run Wildcat and like read option, stupid stuff like that. But because back in the day, since I was like so stupid quick, it worked. And my arm wasn't terrible. Like, I can like roll the football good enough to where I can put it in the right spot. Naturally, I was like really accurate and could throw a beautiful spiral, but I didn't have a strong arm. But every once in a while, I would just let it go, and let it rip, and throw a bomb. But because I didn't have the mechanics down, I would actually throw my arm out. Type ish. You said probably not. Okay, so I shouldn't tell you about the story right now of when I got into the scuff. It wasn't my fault though. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'll give you a preview. So I'm having lunch. And bro just wants to throw hands with me for no reason. But then again, Unc used to be fly back in the day. My tribal chief. I don't know if you know this, but I was one of those fly guys back in the day. I was real litty. So I think it was really just jealousy and envy. He was hating on Unc. Because I was kind of lit, you know. I was him. I was him. So yeah, he just wanted to throw hands, and yeah, you know, I think I told Unreal this story. I don't want to get too graphic with it, but basically, you know. Oh wait. I got an invite. Hold on. I'm so rusty. Okay, she joined. Never mind. All right, let's freaking go. But anyways, long story short, because I'm not gonna get too graphic with it, but he provoked me, and I just said, okay, fine. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, my tribal chief, I was shaking. I was nervous, but the reason why is because I think I was a freshman at the time. Yes, you probably thinking, how are you him and you're a freshman? I just was. I don't know. All my friends were seniors, but bro didn't like me, right? So he wanted to throw hands, and I was scared because, you know, he was on the football team, and you know he was a senior, and he was big. Start catching him. You know, they was like, you know, a whole freaking, you know how the fights go in school. You know, a whole circle forms around you, so you can't really run. They try to push you if you run. You know, so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I'm probably gonna lose this fight, but you know what? I'm gonna just give it my all. I'm gonna just, you know, I gotta do this. I can't be no BITC. You know what? You know, I can't be no BITC itch. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I start squabbing and I start catching him, and I remember hearing the crowd go, ooh. Ooh, and I was shocked. I was like, oh, damn. I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm actually connecting with guy. And then next thing I know, I see blood. He's bleeding. High school police officers come. I run like hell. I run across the football field, across the baseball field, hop the fence, run across the main street, and then I run into a neighborhood, and then I see this house, and it has like you know those little tent things that people have in their driveway sometimes when like it's like to keep the sun off your car. Like, you know when you go to the beach and people have those little tent things, I don't know what they're called, those, they stand on four legs. Well, someone had something like that in their driveway, but it was like the size of it was big enough to cover the whole car. Their car was parked there, and I remember hiding under that tent between like two cars, and I stood there for like, I might have camped there for like 2 hours, 3 hours. It was like 3 hours after school I camped there. And then after that, oh yeah, I remember I was trying to call my sister to get me, but she couldn't because she was at work. But yes, we had phones back then, YNs. We still had phones. They weren't, this was like right before the iPhone. So I think I had like a Razor or something like that. You probably don't know what that is, YN. You probably don't know what that is. It was Motorola. Ew, you're old. I know, I get it. Anyway, so I kind of stood under there and just camped out for a couple hours, and then I walked home. And then that was it. I walked home and just act like it was a normal day. Went back to school the next day and didn't get in trouble, didn't get suspended. Don't know what happened with bro. Oh yeah, friends told me that he went to jail. He didn't run. And yeah, so yeah. But remember though, I was the good guy. Okay, he started it. He was the provoker. You know, I was a good noodle. You know, decent grades. Wanted to play football. You know. / be in the drum line. I played the drums. Not so fun fact to my tribal chief, but when I graduated, the day I graduated, I didn't even go to school that day. And you're probably wondering, what? You missed your graduation? Yes, you're probably wondering why. I'll tell you why. Well, no one was going to come to see me walk. So I figured, what's the point of even walking? So I did not walk during my graduation when I got my cap and gown. I just stayed home that day. You know what's funny? I kind of regret it because the only reason why I regret it, there's only one reason why I regret it. I only regret it because I made my teacher cry. I made her cry because she wanted to really see me walk. This lady was loyal as hell to me. I don't know why. This lady literally prevented me from basically going to continuation school and actually doing another year as a senior like an idiot. You know, so like she was like really pushing for me to graduate, and like at the time, I don't want to get too deep into it or personal, but at the time I was like super low key depressed, so like I was like giving up on everything, and I didn't want to like finish high school. But she, you know, she helped the kid, you know, type ish. But yeah, I didn't walk because you know, dude, mom's working full time, other brothers and sisters are in school. It's like, bro, nobody was gonna see me, so I was like, I didn't show up. And then like a week later, I went to the school to go pick up my diploma, and then I bumped into the teacher, and she was like, "Why didn't you walk? Why?" She was like a real sensitive lady. She started crying again. I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Listen, lady." I was like, "My mom works, okay, full time, like forever. I only see her on weekends. You know, everybody else, older people in my family, they work. Brothers and sisters, they go to school. You know, so yeah, you know, type ish, but you know." Teachers like that are goated. I know. I miss her. You know, one of these days I'm a pull her up on Facebook. We talked. We actually talked like a year after I graduated. I went up to the high school randomly, and like you can do this. Like you can go back to your high school, and then like you just go to the front office, and then you just like you schedule a visit. First, you call the school, you schedule a visit, make sure it's cool, and you go to the man, son of a, whatever. So anyway, so I went to the high school. They gave me like a stupid little tag. I put a tag. They put a sticker tag. Hi, my name is so and so. You know, visitor type sticker on my chest. And then yeah, we talked and we hung out and everything's cool. She was telling me how she was gonna move back to New York City or San Diego or wherever the hell she was from. And yeah, you know, last time I heard, she was married and had kids, and she moved back to the East Coast. Not that this is important, but just to paint you a better picture of my tribal chief. She was very, very, she was awesome visually, okay? She wasn't like an old teacher, okay? This lady was like 35, okay? So, and yes, she was a baddie for Zaddy, okay? Just to be clear. It was never nothing like that, okay? Did I have a crush on her? Yes, but it was nothing weird. It was nothing crazy. She never got inappropriate or nothing, but yeah, I'm just saying she was fine, to say the least. She looked very good. But anyway, she was cool peoples. And yeah, I felt bad for not walking to get my diploma for her specifically. She really, once she started crying, I was like, damn, bro, like you really want to see me cross the little stage thing? I'm like, okay. But yeah, but she's cool though. Maybe one day I might reach out to her on Facebook and say, hey, I'm still alive, at least for the time being. You know, so I don't know, maybe. But yeah, she was cool though, cool peoples. So yeah, type ish. But yeah, plenty of those stories, man. I got a whole bunch of them. Some super ratchet, some not so ratchet. You know, it just depends. You know. Did I go to prom? No. I didn't go to prom, bro. I didn't have a GF. You know what was sad? I was kind of I don't want to say I was dumb, but I was shooting biddies down low key. You know, and looking back, they were pretty batty. And like I don't know what it was. Like I was just like, I don't know. You know, I kid you not, there was this one chick and she looked like she could have been the daughter of Beyonce. No cap. And I shot her down. She wanted to go to prom with me. I shot her down. I know what you're thinking. Well, see, here's the thing. At the time, I was trying to steal someone's GF because I really wanted to go to the prom with this Latina chick, low key. But my older bro talked me out of not doing that. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, why didn't you just go with her? It was too late. She was going with some ugly grizzly guy who was like our defensive lineman, and I think she only settled for him because like bro had like hella dough. His family was well off, so she was like, oh, whatever. I get this stretch Hummer, so why not? You know, type ish. But yeah. You know. Was I held back? What kind of question is that? Was I ever held back? Yes, I was. But it was for bad behavior. It wasn't for academics, which was stupid. It should have never happened. It was dumb. You know. The crazy thing is, my freshman year and my sophomore year and like half of my junior year, I was going crazy with academics. Like, you can almost call me a nerd. Never been one, but I was like putting work in. And it was to the point to where I was actually going to graduate early. But then I got depressed and I slacked off on everything. And then we moved, and then I switched schools, and then it got to the point where I was behind in credits, and then I wasn't going to graduate. And then my teacher came through, and then, like, you know, she was on some, I don't know what. You ever watched that show Degrassi? You probably haven't because you're a YN, so you probably never even heard of that show. But, you know, you remember the theme song to Degrassi? I know I can make it through. She was like one of those teachers. Like, she was never going to, like, give up on her students or quit. You know, like, look. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. This lady wanted me to graduate so bad, she literally took my, like, the homework assignments and, like, the normal assignments that we were supposed to do in class daily. She cut it not only half, she cut it, like, by more than 50%. That's how bad she wanted me to graduate. She gave me less work. She wasn't supposed to do that. She probably could have got fired. Like, I remember I was like, why are these assignments so short? And she was just like, look at me with a smirk. I was like, bruh. I was like, this lady's committed, bro. It was crazy. It was weird. It was very weird. Like, it was like she really wanted me to graduate. But, yeah, all I could really do was salute her, you know. Wasn't Drake on that show? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, there's a YN who knows. But my tribal chief is not a YN. He's just my tribal chief. But yes, absolutely. Drake was on that show. It was a I don't know, it was like a drama show. Like, I don't know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, something like that. It was a show from Canada, but it used to also air in the, oh, your clutch. It used to also air in the U.S., you know, in the great USA. Here Why I Lie. Here Where I Lie, which is the U.S., but I like to think everywhere is lit. At least I hope so. But, yeah, man, she basically started giving me less. No, yeah, you said ain't no way. I'm dead serious. She started giving me less work. I promise you. She started giving me less work. That's how. I heard the. She started giving me less work and I graduated. So, but she was cool as hell. She was cool as hell, man. She was really, really cool. I had a lot of cool teachers. I don't know if this guy's still living. I would love to go pay him a visit, but he might be dead because he was super old. He was from Utah, and he was really, really cool. And he would always tell the class stories about, like, these crazy times he had in the 80s. He was super cool. He was from Utah. And, man, he loved the jazz, bro. He loved the jazz. And he would always brag about freaking the mailman, Karl Malone. He loved the jazz. But he was good peoples, too. I was one of those students. I was very fortunate to have, like, a lot of good teachers. I didn't have those weird teachers trying to violate me. I didn't have the teachers who was trying to fight me. I didn't have the teachers who was trying to, you know, all this crazy stuff that teachers are doing now that you hear about on social media. Like, it was none of that. They weren't trying to fight me. They weren't doing none of that crazy stuff. They were just like, look, you're going to learn, and that's it. And I was like, say less, you know. But I was really fortunate. I had a lot of good teachers, you know. And I also had a lot of baddies, you know, as female teachers, you know. But it was, like I said, it was just that, you know. It was just a student crush, and that was it. There was none of that crazy stuff, you know. But yeah. Oh, damn. Wait. Okay, you got to start paying attention. I was right next to you in the gate. Oh, my bad. I get caught up in my own stories. My bad. Look, you don't have to play with look, I'm going to be a liability. I'm just going to let you know. So I don't want you, you know, if you really want to win, it's probably not best to play with me right now. Or you know what, fine, I'll make it up to you right now. I'll try to sweat this one out. But my bad. I'm sorry. I'm telling these random stories, and it's like I start to kind of, like, when I speak on these stories, I start to visually see it. So it's like I'm not really paying attention. Like, honestly, low key, between me and you, I was just running around. Like, I wasn't even trying to play the game. My bad, though. I'm gonna tighten up right now. But, you know, I was going down memory lane, you know. Sorry about that, though. My bad. You don't care about winning? Okay, all right, say less. But I'm going to play better, though. I'm going to try to play better. But that was my fault. I got caught up in my own story. You know, I was just, you know. So, yeah. I got caught up in my own dang story. But, yeah. So, yep. Look at this idiot. He says, bro, you need to be more respectful. He says, tell me an old-fashioned gaming story. Bro, stop with the typos. Tell me an old-fashioned gaming story, Grandpa. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Minus the grandpa, you didn't have to say that. Hold on, did you get that wait. Did you did good. That Ghostface only wanted you. That's ironic because I was only telling my story. I was only speaking my truth. But I guess. But anyways, you said tell you a story, an old gaming story? Like what? Matter of fact, no, you ain't getting a gaming story. You gotta apologize for calling me grandpa, you idiot. I'm only like 5 years older than you. Don't get slapped, bro. Don't get slapped a little, bro. What the heck? Okay, my tribal chief. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Get some rest, man. I know it's a weekday. And, yeah. Looking forward to speaking with you soon, dude. Tell a story about... Okay, you apologize. All right. I don't know. What console... what do you want to hear about? This fool said anything. Okay. I'll tell you my PS3 story. This is a sad one. All right, so it was the night before the launch of the PlayStation 3. It was 2006. I remember it very vividly. I was watching the news, and I was watching the news with my younger bro. He's only like 2 years younger than me or whatever, 3. And we were watching the news, and they were like reporting live from like random places of people selling the PlayStation 3, and people were camping out, and they were lined up, and they were showing live coverage. And I remember my mom walking in the room, and she was like, "Oh, that's the PS3. The PS3's coming out." And then I was like, "Yeah." And then she looked at the clock or whatever, and she was like, "It comes out at midnight." And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, that's in 10 minutes." She was like, "You want to go get it right now?" And then I was like, "No, that's okay." And then she was like, "Are you sure?" She was like, "I'll give you the money right now. We could drive up there." And then I said, "No." And then after that, basically, damn, I'm getting a brain freeze. Anyways, so this is not really a long story. After that, basically, I didn't get it. And then the next day it came out. I don't know, everybody had it and it was cool. I regretted it the next day. And I guess that was it. There's a lot more to that story, but I don't know why I can't remember it. But yeah, so that was just the launch of it. I mean, I could tell you other stuff about, like, I don't know. I don't know. There you go. That's basically the end. I mean, the only extra context I can give you on that is I regret not getting it because it was just stupid. Why didn't I get it? Believe it or not. Okay, so there was these magazines back in the day. I think they're a thing now again, but I'm not sure. But GameStop used to have these magazines. Oh damn! GameStop used to have these magazines, and they were called Game Informer magazines. And they would just like have all this information. And basically, they were bashing the 360s. I mean, they were bashing the PS3. So I got influenced and wanted to get an Xbox 360. However, I couldn't get an Xbox 360 because when me and my bros were young, we had rules. We were basically assigned consoles. This is like an agreement that we had when we were kids, and it was law. So, you know, basically, I was Sony, and then one of my bros was PlayStation. My other bro was Nintendo. So for me to get an Xbox, I was breaking the law, and I was willing to break that law. You know, and I remember telling him, and I remember him being pissed off, and he was like, "Man, you're the PlayStation guys. You got to bring the PlayStations in the house. I get the Xboxes, and the other bro brings the Nintendos." Anyway, so that's why I didn't get it, because I got caught up in like all this propaganda about the PS3, and people were upset with it at launch because they were saying they didn't have enough titles, and, you know, at launch. But I mean, come on, it's freaking launch. Like today, when consoles launch, there's almost like no like launch titles. You might get lucky and get like 2, if that. But back in the day, like a console would launch with like 10 first party exclusives, you know, and you know the PS3 launched with I think maybe with like 2 exclusives. So people were saying they didn't have games. But even I knew back then, I was like, bruh, like, come on, like it's a fresh console, it just came out. But anyways, I regretted not getting it, and it was stupid of me. I got caught up in this dumb magazine, and I never really bought it. Up until I didn't buy it until 2012. I didn't buy it in the next year. Literally the next year, the PS4 came out. So I never got to beat Drake's Uncharted 3 because the PS4 came out, and then I started playing Mortal Kombat X. And what is it, Tomb Raider for PS4, and I never looked back. And I got into Fortnite a little bit, and yeah. Fun fact though, I have 4 PS3s, and 2 of them are getting very, very rare and very expensive because they're PS3s from launch 2006. These are the fat PS3s that used to break, but they look really good. They look really cool. However, I don't have to worry about them breaking because I have a nerd friend and he fixed them for me. So they work like regular PS3s. They probably actually work better because he modded the hell out of them. So I have both of them. There was 2 versions that came out back then. There was a 60 gigabyte, which was very, very pretty. It had a nice chrome trim on it. And then there was a 20 gigabyte, which was all black. It's piano black. It's beautiful. I have it imported from Japan, and it's gorgeous. And it's modded, and it has a terabyte solid state hard drive in it. And it's amazing. And my God, I can play any PS3 game I want on there. Like, bro just really went ham. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, you know. So, yeah. Tell you a 360 story. So you guys are really little kids, huh? Okay, you 24-year-old child, I'll tell you a story. Hold on. Wait, you said Xbox 360 story? Hold on, I gotta think of one. I got a lot of them. I got a lot of bad Xbox 360 stories. I gotta be honest. I got a lot of bad. See, look, you probably don't. It's not probably like that anymore. But back in the day, back in like 2008, 2009, 2010, Xbox Live was it was a very dark place for people. If you weren't a white guy gaming, it could be rough. Now for me, somebody with thick skin, I was okay, you know. And even when someone did bring the smoke, I pretty much shut them down. So I was okay. But it was, I don't know. A lot of my Xbox stories are like really bad. I don't think I have a good Xbox story. I could try to think of one. Xbox 360 story that wasn't okay. I have a good one. It's really short. So, my sister, who I thought was gonna be too much information. My family had a cabin house in the snow, and it was around the holidays. And my brother took his Xbox 360 up to the mountains because, yeah, newsflash, some people don't know that it snows in California, but it does. It does snow in California. You just got to go to the mountains. Anyways, we went up to the mountains, but obviously I'm not in California right now because if I was, I wouldn't be under these thunderstorm warnings. Anyways, so we went up there and my bro brought his Xbox, and you know, it was just a good time. You know, we played it. God damn it! I feel like this killer's stalking me. Anyway, so we had a good time. You know, we had like cookies and all this other stuff, and blah blah blah. And I don't know. That's the only good story that I have. We were playing a lot of Def Jam Icon and a lot of freaking Skate. You know, and it was pretty cool because the way the cabin looked, and it was actually like their house. Like it was my relative's house. The way it looked was like the walls were all glass, so you could just look right out. If the curtain was open, you could pull the curtains back and you could just look right outside. You could see all the snow, you see this nice view. We're in the woods, you know, and it was beautiful. So it was a good time with younger bro. You know, we were playing 360. He was kicking my ass in Def Jam Icon, and it was okay, you know. And I remember he was paranoid. He's like, I gotta turn it off because it's gonna red ring. It's gonna red ring. I'm like, bro, it's gonna be okay. He's like, I gotta turn it off. It's gonna red ring. You know. Back then, if you don't know what the red ring is, red ring of death, it was a severe hardware failure problem that the Xbox 360 had. It was like almost 50%. It was crazy. The PS3 suffered similar hardware failure at a lower rate, but it was still enough to where it would, you know, be inevitable and pretty much break the console. So But I mean, it was cool. We played Xbox 360. Oh yeah, I remember. I did something that was kind of stupid, but I don't know, it was kind of fun. I went outside. I said, wait a minute. I said, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna look into the cabin through the window to see if the Xbox 360 controller is still connecting and if I can play the game. So I go outside, bring the Xbox controller with me, the 360 controller, and I'm playing freaking Def Jam Icon when outside. And my brother's turning around and he's looking at me. He's like waving, telling me to come on with his hand. He's telling me to come back in the house. And then he finally comes outside and he's like, it works. Now bring my controller inside. And I was like, all right, so that might be the best 360 story I have. I don't have a lot of good ones. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do. But this is like before the Xbox 360 came out. I remember going into GameStop. It was around the holidays. This is right before the Xbox 360 was gonna launch. Now, those of you who know, Chubbs and Bobo knows. I think Steve knows. But I used to be a big Need for Speed fan. So, still to this day, I'm big on like the Need for Speed franchise. At least the old school Need for Speeds. And I remember Need for Speed Most Wanted was coming out. And it was coming out for the PS2, the Nintendo GameCube, and the original Xbox. But it's like, nobody wants to play on those. I want to play on the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360... you can only play that game on the Xbox 360 at the time, and I think it came to PC later. During this time, PC gaming was not what it was today. Like, a lot of people wasn't really, like, playing PC back then. They were more, like, console. It wasn't until, I think, like, I don't know. I think it was, like, maybe right around before Fortnite came around. I think that's when, like, PC gaming, like, really started, like, blowing up and became, like, you know, what it is now. It's, like, standard now. It's, like, everyone's, like, you know, I think at least, like, everyone's usually gaming on PC, if not PC, PS5, but for the most part, people are on PC. You know, no one's on Xbox anymore, and that's kind of a shame, but whatever, I digress. But anyways, I remember going into GameStop, and GameStop had this Xbox 360 kiosk, and I was like, man, it wasn't the demo, it was Need for Speed, the game, actually in there, and I was like, man, and I played the hell out of it, Man, I might have been on that kiosk for like 3 hours. 3 hours. I remember, like, at the time, like, my mom, she left me at the store. Because I remember next to this GameStop was, like, this little taco place that me and my family was obsessed with. We used to love this freaking... Bitch. You can get another one if you want. But anyway, so, like, there was, like, this little taco place. It was a trick. I fooled you. Wait. It kind of worked. Anyways... So, I played on the kiosk so long that my mom was like, I'm going home. And I was like, you gonna come back? She was like, no. I said, look, leave me here. Leave me here and come back. She was like, what? I said, leave me here and just pick me up before the store closes. And, she was like, okay. And she left me there. And I played, freaking Xbox 360 on the kiosk inside of GameStop almost until the damn store closed. Yeah, it was fun. She came back, she picked me up, and I remember coming home and telling my bro, I was like, you better get this damn Xbox 360. Because remember, like I said, me and my brothers, we were assigned to consoles. I was the PlayStation guy, one brother was the Nintendo guy, the other brother was the... So there was a strategy we had, right? It was like we knew that if we did that, we would have every console in the house. And we did. We had every console in the house. We couldn't just, like, you know, it couldn't just be one kid just getting all these consoles. Like, that wasn't gonna happen. So, like, in a way, we kind of shared them. Go without me? Wait, do you mean you don't want this match? I think that's what you mean. Or wait, no, you meant like in the game. She got me. She already got me. I'm dead. She already got me. But anyways, yeah. So, that might have been my best experience I've ever had with the Xbox 360. Just playing it all day inside of GameStop. You know, Need for Speed Most Wanted, man. That game was so fun, man. It was so... Man, you know what? That game today is like $100. And I have a copy of it. But I'm going to buy another copy of Need for Speed Most Wanted. And the reason why is because the copy that I currently own is cracked. It still works, but it's cracked. So I'm afraid that eventually, I don't know, it might get worse. Maybe I'm too rough with the CD and it just gets worse. and I don't, that'd be a nightmare for you because that's one of my favorite racing games. It's Need for Speed Most Wanted. So, and it's super popular, you know, with Need for Speed people or people who game during that time between like 2005 to like 2010. Like, you know, they can relate. But you know, I got to get another copy, but it's like $150. I'm like, bro. But whatever, I'm gonna do it because I'm an idiot. I've already paid $100 for Tony Hawk's American Wasteland for the Xbox 360, which was a launch title. Well, it was technically a launch title. I'm not sure when it came out for the consoles prior to the 360, but you know, who the hell wants it for the PS2 original Xbox or what, GameCube? It wasn't me, you know. I wanted it for the 360, so you know, I bought it for like $100. It was a launch title. It was on the 360 day one, and I bought it a few days ago, so it's coming from Detroit, Michigan, so you know, it'll be a while. It's in the mail, you know, can't wait. The funny thing is, this game, because I collect, just a brief reminder, I collect old games. Well, games I kind of like grew up on, you know, so PS3, 360, you know, a little bit of PS2. But I was trying. This game has been on my bucket list for years, and in my head I'm thinking this game is gonna be still like $20. I stumbled across it by accident because I was buying other retro games, and I see it for like 50, and I'm like, nah, that can't be right. So like I'm Googling and I'm looking on all these different websites, and it's averaging $70, and I'm like, really, fam? So I find one, and it's in, you know, mint condition, almost perfect condition, no scratches on it, everything looks clean. It comes with the book, it's complete. When you collect, you're kind of OCD about stuff like that, especially when it's a game you really like. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm gonna buy it. It's $100. I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, forget it, screw it. I'm probably gonna spend that extra $20 on chicken wings anyway. So I bought it, and there you have it. So, yeah. Play it on stream. Remember my rule. I don't like to play games that I really like the soundtrack of, if that makes any sense. So games that actually have really good soundtracks, like Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, I don't like to play it on stream because if I do, guess what I have to do? I have to mute the stream, and then I have to play the game musicless, and that sucks. So what that does for me is it kind of takes me out the game. I'm not as immersed in the game as I can be. It just sucks, man. You know, that's why I won't play Grand Theft Auto 4, the campaign. That's why I won't play the story mode, you know, on the stream, because if I do, I gotta mute all that great music, and it's just a bummer. You know, but I mean, come on, let's be honest. At some point, I am gonna play these GTA games on stream, but it's just it's gonna pain me so bad to not hear the soundtrack. You know, but it is what it is. I wish. I mean, YouTube already did a good job with, you know, music and everything, but I don't know. I don't know. I wish these platforms could find a better way to, like, not have us mute the music in games. It just for me personally, it just kind of takes away from the game a little bit, you know. Especially if you know the soundtrack. Like, I know the soundtrack of Tony Hawk's American Wasteland because I played the hell out of it. It's an awesome soundtrack. That's one thing about Tony Hawk games. They always had great soundtracks. Always. Back in the day, which is like the late 2000s, early 2010s, EA Sports games always had good soundtracks, and the Tony Hawk games always had good soundtracks. So, yeah, it's always been like that, you know. So yeah, bro said tell a GameCube story. Okay, I got a short one. It was the day my brother got the GameCube, because remember, like I said, we were all assigned consoles. So my bro, the Nintendo bro, he got his GameCube. I recorded it too. That's the funny thing. I recorded it on home video. I should probably yeah, that'd be a good idea. But anyway, so he's screaming, right? He's screaming in the bathroom, and I'm wondering what the hell is he screaming about? And my mom's just like, get the camera. And I'm like, okay. So I get the camera. She's like, go to the bathroom. I'm like, what? Okay, strange. And he's still streaming. He's still screaming. I said streaming. He's still screaming. And I'm thinking, man, bro must be constipated, and my mom might think it's a funny moment. She might want to, like, you know, make this, I don't know, put this online or something, or, I don't know, America's Home Funniest Video or something. So I go in there, and then he's just looking down at the toilet, and there's a GameCube, a Nintendo GameCube, fully boxed and sealed, with Super Smash Bros. Melee on top of the toilet, and he's just like in shock, and then like I'm in shock, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, you got the GameCube, and like I think he had like 3 games. He had Luigi's Mansion, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and the other game I can't really remember what it was. I think it was Star Fox Adventure or something like that. And I was like, damn. Oh yeah, he had a couple of them. He had Madden. But who cares about Madden, right? I was like, damn. So then, basically, we go to the living room and we start to hook it up. And we had this dog, right? We had this dog, and we just got this new dog. It was a little Chihuahua. And I don't really remember, but basically I don't know. It was the strangest like situation because it was my brother's birthday. He got the GameCube for his birthday, but at the same time, I somehow convinced my mom that we shared the GameCube, and that's pretty messed up. That was selfish of me because that was his birthday present. But I convinced her that we share it, because I wanted a GameCube, but I couldn't get one because remember I was a PlayStation guy. But I convinced her, and then she was like, okay. But then she switched up and was like, you know, there was this Chihuahua we had, and I think it was I think it was my brother's dog originally, but she was like, look, you can have the dog, you can have the GameCube. Me and my brother was like, what? We were both like, GameCube. And then she got confused and overwhelmed and didn't know what to do and didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I basically told my brother we're sharing, and he was like, okay, cool. But over time, it just magically kind of became his GameCube, and then I started not to care anymore because I didn't care. I mean, I was able to play it whenever I wanted to. So, anyways, but that was a good memory, and it was kind of funny. I'm leaving out some stuff. Oh, this is the whole reason why I told the story. After he hooked it up, he forgot one of the games, so he was going back to the bathroom to get the game. And I was still excited, so I was running behind him with the camera, tripped over 2 GameCube controllers that were plugged up. There were GameCube controllers sitting on the couch, and the GameCube was like on the coffee table or whatever. I tripped over it, and it caught me, and somehow I still held the camera up. So I'm recording this whole thing, like you see me fall and everything, and the camera kind of blurs out a little bit. And then like I'm yelling from the living room floor to the back of the house, to the bathroom, saying, hurry up with the game, or something like that. And I remember looking down, and I broke my damn toenail. It split down the middle. It hurt like hell. But yeah, so anyways, long story short, we played that GameCube on a school night until I think like 4:30 a.m. And yeah, we basically got the pass, you know, because I had a cool mom, unlike some of you YNs. I had a cool mom, so she was like, you don't have to go to school. I was like, cool. So as soon as we woke up, me and my bro, we got some Captain Crunch and some Pop-Tarts. Watched a little bit of that Nickelodeon, you know, a little bit of that Disney Channel. Bum, 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 bum. You know, you older kids can relate. You know, watched a little bit of that Sweet Life, Zack and Cody. And then we got back on that GameCube, played the hell out of it, but we had to get off at 8 p.m. because we had school the next day. But that was a fun memory, you know. You know, I basically tried to punk my little bro into like sharing the GameCube with me. You know, I wasn't a mean big bro, but you know, if I had to, I would force the power. You know. But oh damn, the killer's right there. But yeah, you know, good times, good memories. My God, bro, tell you a Wii story? You just not gonna let me play Dead by Daylight tonight, huh? You just want this old head to keep talking about these old stories. Okay. I'll tell you about it launch. It's not really it's another short story. It's not even really a story. Basically, it was a couple of days after the PS3 launch because the Nintendo Wii came out like 4 days after the PS3. Basically, my mom, you know, she knew people, right? She just knew people. So she knew someone at a local Target, and basically he wasn't supposed to do that, and he could have got fired, but he held the damn Wii. So my brother came back with the Wii. Even though the Wii was being held, my brother still like got up early in the morning to get it. He missed school to get the damn Wii. I missed school too because like, I mean, the Wii was coming out and we had a cool mom, right? So like all my brothers, we missed school the next day because it came out on a weekday. Like we were not about to go to school the day the freaking Nintendo Wii launched. And this is 2006, November. holiday season, just to put you in perspective. Back when I was a YN. So anyways, so we missed school, and then like I remember him waking me up. He's like, I got the Wii. I'm like, bro, like it's like 7 in the morning, bro, chill. He's like, I got the Wii. And then like as soon as he said that, and I seen the box inside of the Target bag, I was like, man, F this. I woke up, like I instantly like woke up. I was fully awake. He hooked the Wii up, we hooked the Wii up, and then he had like an extra Wiimote. He gave me the Wiimote. I was like, it's about to go down. And then like he had like 2 games. He had Mario Kart and the other one I can't remember. This fool put in Wii Sports. And I was like, why the heck are you putting in Wii Sports? I was like, put in that Mario Kart, fam. We gotta get online and we gotta do our thing. We gotta start leveling up. This is back when I used to be good at video games. You know, I used to be able to sweat. And I'm like, bro, we need to play this right now. And he was like, nah. He was like, let's save the best for last. Turns out, the best actually was Wii Sports. Well, not necessarily, but Wii Sports surprised us. It surprised the hell out of us. Man, we played that Wii Sports, I think, until like 1 a.m. Like, we didn't even... we never got to his other games. And mind you, we had Mario Kart, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, everybody knows that's legendary. The Switch 2 is about to come out, and it's bundled with Mario Kart World. Like, come on now. We all know that the first Switch 2 that's going to be sold out is going to be the one with Mario Kart World. Like, everyone knows that Mario Kart World is like a freaking... Not Mario Kart World, but Mario Kart, period, is a staple when it comes to the Nintendo brand and the Nintendo consoles. This goes all the way back to what, like I think the Super Nintendo in the early 90s. I think that was the first Mario Kart ever, was like on the Super Nintendo. You know, but anyways, back to the story in 06. So we're playing it all day, and freak accident happens, but nothing too major. I was swinging too hard, and I didn't wear the wristband that they had for the Wii back in the day. Like, they would have like this, like literally when you turn the Wii on, it gives you like this disclaimer, and it warns you. It says, hey, put the wristband on so that if there's any freak accidents, the Wiimote itself would not slip off your hand. But you know me, you know, I'm like 16, 17, I'm a cool guy, you know, I'm already grown technically. So I'm like, bro, get the hell out of here, what you mean, fam? You know, so actually, how old was I? I think it was like 14. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so it slips off and it hits my TV. It didn't crack my TV, but it did put like a scratch. Like, it left like a white mark. It was like a white mark on my TV, and it was like, it didn't crack, but it was like a white mark. It was like paint that came off the controller. Thankfully, though, we were able to get it off. We got it off with like glass cleaner or some Windex or whatever the hell was lying around the house. But it scared the hell out of me, and I was like, damn, well, I better keep that freaking, that wristband on. Because I was just going too hard. Like, me and my brother, we were playing the baseball game, and I was like, I'm gonna knock this one out the park, watch, because, you know, and it slips. Anyways, we had a great time playing the Wii. It was awesome. It was nice. Bro, why would you stand behind me like that? Pause. Anyways, we had a good time, and it was fun as hell, and I think we got Carl's Jr. that night. Back in the day, me and my bros, we were Burger Kings, basically. Not the restaurant, not the drive-in Burger King. I'm saying we were Burger Kings, meaning we would eat the hell out of like burgers. Like, it was very unhealthy. It was very unhealthy. It's probably why my heart hurts now. You know, but you know, we had a good time. We enjoyed it. It was fun, and we missed like 3 days of school because, I mean, why not? The Wii just came out, you know, and on top of that, at the time, I changed my mind and I was trying to get a PS3, so that's why I missed 2 days. So I was trying to get a PS3, but no luck. Like, to try to get a PS3 back then was, like, insane. Like, it didn't even make sense. I remember looking on eBay and it being on sale for, like, $1,200. And I think even something crazy, like a few thousand. And mind you, this is 2006, fam. You know, so I think this is, I don't think the country was in, I don't think we were in a recession yet. I think that wasn't until like 08 when everything crashed and everything, and that's when things really got sticky. But yeah, so, but I mean, even $600, like back then, that was high. It's expensive today, you know. So yeah, but it was fun. This fool says 360 story now. Oh my God. Okay, so let me get this straight. You just want me to tell you every story I basically had or every experience I had with these systems? I already said 360. I already said PS3. I said GameCube. I'm running out of. What do you want now? PS4, PS5? My God, I can't. I'm not even playing the game anymore. I'm just freaking telling you stories of when, these systems first came out and my experience with them. Jesus Christ. This fool says PS5 now. Yes. You could be more polite. Okay, thank you. Okay, well, okay, since you sent that, okay, all right. PS5 story. Okay, damn. This one is very, very recent. My God. Okay, so this one's really fresh in my head. This one might be boring though. Okay, so 2020. Okay. Ooh, I got a lot of PTSD with this one. I got a lot of trauma. Oh my God. Okay, so I got to start before launch. Okay, so it was 2020, and I think it was like summer or it was like August or something. I don't really remember. Just a regular day, at the house, and I remember Sony was gonna have a showcase. Sony had a showcase, and everyone was excited because we were gonna learn about the new PS5. And actually, this was 2019? 2020. It was 2020. I don't know when it was, to be honest. Oh yeah, it was 2020. Oh sheesh. Yeah, I remember. So anyway, so I watched it, and actually no, I didn't really watch it. I remember my friend, well, not my friend, but my brother-in-law. He was like, he kept texting me, and he was like, well, he is like my friend too, but he was texting me, and he was like, man, he was like, yo, you watching it? The PS5, man. And I said, bro, I got to take my mom to the doctor. He was like, you got to see this. I was like, I know, bro. I was like, I'm gonna just have it playing on my cell phone in the car, and I was like, the only time I could look at it is if I like stop on like stop signs, like four-way stop signs and street lights, stuff like that. So I didn't really watch it, and I remember when I got back home, I caught the end of it, and I if I'm not mistaken, I think somebody on the showcase said that they were like, you can pre-order the PS5 really soon. They were like very bland with it. They weren't really direct, but they were like, it was weird. It was really strange because it was like they were trying to hint to us, like, low key saying, hey, like, just be on the lookout, like it could come sooner than you think. I didn't pay much attention to it. Okay, so I get on YouTube. No, I jump in like Discord or something because my friends like blowing me up with Discord DMing me, and all I see is in caps, the PS5 is live now for pre-orders. I say, damn, my heart dropped. So I'm like, okay, let's go. So I go to Best Buy. I try to put in the pre-order. I couldn't get in. And then I'm like, okay, I get it. Mind you, I didn't know about botters until 2020. I did not know. Well, I kind of knew, but I only knew about botters as far as like shoes and sneakers and stuff like that. And like tickets for concerts like Taylor Swift and stuff. I didn't know that but I think before 2020, I don't think botters really, maybe I'm wrong, but before 2020, I don't think they really came after consoles like that. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. I don't know. But, well, I think they did, but they just never, before 2020, up until 2020, put it this way, ever since then, like, botters has been like really, really crazy with like new consoles. So I think that was like the first time like they got very, very aggressive with consoles. So anyways, so I have all these tabs open. I got Target open. I got Best Buy open, Walmart, you name it. I got all these tablets open and nothing's happening. And I had a botter friend who bought his sneakers. And he's the one who told me. And he was like, listen to me. He Discord video called me. I didn't want to pick up. I finally picked up. I said, what do you want? I said, I'm trying to get this PS5, but something's wrong with my internet. And I was like, I'm on Discord and I'm online and I'm watching this live stream of these people and everyone's going freaking crazy and people saying they can't get it and it's already sold out. And I'm like, how is it already sold out? And then he said, listen to me. He said, I bought sneakers. He said, you have to listen to me or you don't stand a chance. And I was like, okay, cool. Give me some software. And he was like, I can't do that because it don't work like that. And you would have to set all this stuff up. There's something called proxies and all this technical crap I won't go into. So he was like, you can't do that. He said, this is why I was trying to call you before because I was... Anyways, I'm not going to go into that. So he was like, listen to me. This is what you have to do. He was like, you have to keep spamming. Actually, open your ears because this still applies today. So for those of you who want to switch to, do this. I mean, it doesn't guarantee it, but it helps. Basically, he told me to keep spamming the damn checkout button. Do not stop. Do not stop. You gotta, do not leave. And he was like, what's gonna happen is it's gonna go into the cart. It's gonna get knocked out of the cart. He was like, bro, he was like, you just gotta, I was like, bro, I was like, this is stupid. I was like, I'm not doing this. He said, listen to me. He was like, when anything new like sneakers or like consoles come out, he was like, the easiest day to get it online is for some reason on launch day. But he was like, the catch for you to even have a chance is you have to spam the checkout button. He was like, don't refresh the page. He was like, just spam the checkout button. If it's not in your cart, put it back in your cart and spam the checkout button. So I'm like, man, whatever. Okay. So I keep doing it, and I'm doing this for like maybe, I don't know, 3 hours. I'm probably about 3.5 hours in. Finally, I start to not necessarily become discouraged, but I start to give up. Because I'm thinking, it's not going to happen. I'm just not going to get one. This fool said, did you get one? We're going to get to that. Jesus Christ. So anyway, I'm 3 hours in. It's dark. It's late. I haven't eaten anything. I'm hungry. I'm mad. And me, the way I feel, because my whole life, I've always got a PlayStation. So I've always felt like PlayStation was like for me. I always felt like it was my console. Like it was like, it's for me. It's got to be for me. So I'm like, I have to, like, I was so in denial. Like, I was like, no, like, I just wouldn't want to take no for an answer. I was like, I'm getting a PS5 day one. Like, I have to. Miles Morales and some other games they had. I'm like, I'm getting this. And, 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours of spamming that button, no luck. So I take a break. I get off. I didn't give up, but I took a break. And I thought about giving up. I was so mad and so upset that I decided to, I walked into my mom's bedroom, and she was watching TV. She was watching like the news and it was up loud. I didn't say nothing to her, and I walked right past her into her bathroom, into her walk-in closet. And I stood in there in the dark. Okay, this is a little personal, but this is part of the story. Okay, so I just stood there in the dark. I don't really want to say that part because emotionally, I was very, very, very. I think you could say I'm a brat when it comes to getting what I want, because I usually get what I want. No, I didn't throw a temper tantrum in there. I sat in the dark and I was in deep thought, and I was like, damn, I'm probably for the first time, like, I'm not gonna get a PlayStation. Like, I got the PS3 when I wanted it. I got the PS4 when I wanted it. Like, I'm supposed to get the PS5. Like, at the time, I was just weird like that. Like, I was like, it was almost like I had like some strange sense of entitlement. Like, no, like, I'm supposed to get the PlayStation, So I think it was more of that than anything. But anyway, so I'm in the dark, and like, I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, like, I probably won't get this thing, and this is crazy. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna have it at launch. Like, this sucks. Like, and basically, I don't know, something comes over me and I'm like, look, you're not going to be a B.I.H. You're going to get back in there and you're going to do what our botter friend said. You're going to continue to spam this button. And I'm like, damn, it's got to be too late. So I take a deep breath. I leave my mom's closet. I go back into I think it's like midnight now. It's like midnight. Pacific time, midnight, West Coast time. And I look up. I sit back at my desk and I'm so defeated. And my head is down, and I look up and I see the yellow checkout button. It says like checkout, please check out, or whatever the hell. And I see that my PlayStation 5 I think it was still in the cart. Actually, no, it wasn't. I clicked it again to check out, and then it said cart empty. So I go back, I put it back in the cart. And before I put it back in the cart, I kid you not, I took a deep breath and I just waited. I might have waited like 30 seconds before I hit that button because I got so tired of being denied. It started to discourage me. And I hit the button. Mind you, this is midnight Pacific time. It's like maybe like, I remember it vividly. It was I think it was 12:27 a.m. I clicked it. It said, congratulations, you just got your PS5. We'll send your confirmation number shortly. Blah, 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 blah. Woo, woo, woo. I was like, what? Man, when I tell you, bro. Okay, so to my NFL guys, I felt like Tom Brady. I felt like Tom Brady. I literally told myself, I said, this must be what it feels like when Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl. I yelled from the bottom of my lungs. I remember. I was like, yes! I yelled really loud. There was a window right outside of my computer desk. And I remember my dog, my little chihuahua, started barking at everything. And then my neighbor, I remember my neighbor, his light cut on. I was like, damn, I guess I'm too loud. But I was happy as hell. I was so relieved. Kind of find out. I went on Twitter. I went in social media. I did some research. What happened was that night of the launch, when the PS5 came out, midnight, I think midnight around that time, there was another drop. I didn't know anything about this, but there was another wave of PS5s, and I think they were in stock for like an hour or something. So, but a lot of people didn't know. So I was 30 minutes in. It was 12:27 a.m. and that's when I got it. I checked it out. I was like, damn. I was like, this is crazy. And I was so damn happy. And then after that, at the time, there was still controllers. Like I think all that stuff was sold out. Games and accessories and controllers were sold out on Best Buy. But I remember I went to Walmart. Walmart still had controllers and games. So like I went ham. I got, what was that game called? It was that weird game. It was kind of like it was a car racing game. I can't remember this damn. I want to pull. I don't know. But basically every game that like came out, I think it was like Demon Souls 2. It was a couple of them. I just went ham. I just started boom, 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 boom. I started grabbing them. I grabbed the extra controller. I bought every accessory for the PS5. I don't even use them today, but I bought every accessory. I got the camera sitting right here to the left of me on the TV. I bought the PlayStation camera. Well, actually, I do use the controller stand. It's on my desk right here. So my two DualSense controllers are, sitting on the charger. But I bought the controller charger. I bought the camera. I bought like 5 games, and then I bought whatever the hell else. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I even bought the stupid little TV remote. But anyway, so bam, I had it. But I remember people were talking about their orders getting canceled. So I was sweating bricks. I was nervous. I was like, man, damn. But it never got canceled. Thank God, right? It never got canceled. So what happened was, I think it was the day. Fast forward, a few months, I guess. Yeah, fast forward a few months. It was the night before launch. And I didn't have to because I already had a pre-order. I was good. I could have literally just woke up whenever I wanted to, went right into Best Buy and got my PS5. Now, by their store rules, they would only hold it for like 3 days and then they would sell it, which I think is kind of janky, but that was their rules. I would have had it way before 3 days. I didn't want to wait. I'm like, psh, I'm not waiting. So what I did was I camped like an idiot, even though I had a pre-order, it was paid for and everything. I went to Best Buy, camped out. I didn't really camp out. It was like 6 a.m. I just stood in line. I remember it was freezing cold. And, I walked into Best Buy eventually after that long freaking line wear down. And, I got my PS5 and da-da-da-da. And they was like, do you want any controllers or games? I said, no. I said, I ordered all that offline. I don't think it's going to get canceled. But, if they cancel those orders, fine, whatever. So, but it was so serious, the PS5 launch. I remember I had the police officers. I had 2 police officers waiting for me by the front door. When I walked out, I kid you not, they were like, right this way, sir. Come on. And I got nervous. I said, whoa, hey, what did I do? They were like, no, we're going to walk you to your car for safety reasons. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. And I'm being walked to my car to the parking lot, leaving the Best Buy store with the PS5 in my hand, no bag. It's just I'm just holding it, and everyone's like still in line. They're staring. They're like, they're all amazed. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. I'm like, this is all right. I think I could hold my own. At the time I was fairly a big guy. Just a little muscle. My body building a little bit. But I was being escorted by 2 officers, and I was like, thank you, officer. Kind to you, sir. I appreciate your service, all that other good stuff. And then I hopped in the Toyota Corolla and I drove off. And I remember I hooked it up and put it on TikTok. I made a short video, I put it on TikTok. I was like, got the PS5. And here I am thinking everybody's going to be happy for me. Man, let me tell you, when I say every freaking comment, and the funny thing is on my TikTok, I never got no traction. Still to this day, I get no traction. I get like 3 comments on my TikTok. It was only that one TikTok when I made a PS5, it went crazy. And I was like, damn, okay. But it, hashtag PS5, whatever, it was a trendy thing. And I kid you not, when I say all my comments were negative, all my comments were negative. They were all negative. They're like, screw you, F you, you're probably a botter, blah, blah. I'm like, what? Lucky, I hope you, you know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, what the heck? Like, I'm showing people the PS5, like, who may not have it, and I'm showing features of it and playing the games, and like, I just got bashed. There wasn't one positive comment. Everyone, it was just pure hate. Like, they were just genuinely mad that I had a PS5. And I think that's probably the end of the PS5 story. But yeah, that was it. So it was a cool. Oh my God, bro, I can't. That's why I didn't want to look down. He says Series X now. Bro, can you at least let the PS5 story soak in? That was my PS5 story. That's what happened. So nothing out of the ordinary, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I played it a lot. I played it a lot. Like I missed like 2 days of work. I thought I was gonna get fired, but I didn't. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I could have got fired. Like, I was working through like a temp agency, so I don't know. Like, it was like seasonal. It wasn't permanent. Like, I was probably gonna get let go of after like the holiday. It was like a holiday job, so I never took it serious anyway. Wait, who is all this? Who are these? The Chill Panda show. Who are these guys? I don't know. Okay, I guess. Anyway, so but that was my PS5 story, and it was fun, and it was awesome. And yes, I only took like 2 days off work. I think I took like 2 days off work, and I didn't get fired. I didn't take that job seriously, bro. Like, why would I take that job seriously? Like, it was just for the holidays. The only reason I even had the money to even get a PS5 at the time was because I was working that job. At the time, looking back, I really wish I would have saved my money back then, because during that time, I mean, it was 2020. I mean, need I say more? It was 2020. So, I wish I would have. It was weird because during that year, there was a lot of people who was like really having a rough time, and low key, like, man, I had more money back then than I did today. But the reason why, don't hate me for this, I kind of got into the botting a little bit. Don't come for me. Don't bash me. I had a botting friend, and here's the thing though. Here's the thing. So look, I wasn't using software. He just he knew, like, he would give me tips on when like local stores like Walmart, Target, Best Buy would have drops, and I would just be outside. And then he basically told me to kind of like finesse and butter up like the managers, and also butter up people who the truck loaders. Like, so I was networking low key. Like, I was talking to like truck loaders, and yeah, and it's an awesome job. Yeah, my brother's a truck loader and all this other stuff. And hey, do you know about the PS5 and the Series X? And he's like, well, you know what? There is a truck right behind me. He works for the same company. They'll be here in 2 weeks. They're gonna have I wasn't using software, but he was telling me how to, he was giving me tips and pointers, and it worked. So I accumulated a couple PS5s, and I actually have a picture. I gotta upload it. I have a picture of me, just kind of. It wasn't a flex or anything. Calm down. It wasn't nothing like that. But at the time in 2020, all the other botters were doing it. So I was like, whatever. It was a trendy thing. So I tweeted it. Like, it was what botters were doing. But honestly, looking back, I think the botters were doing it to be jerks and a-holes. But I honestly wasn't. I wasn't trying to be like a jerk or nothing. I just thought it was like just a stupid trend or something. Because at the time they also had like music playing. So you know, I was just following the train, just being a dumb follower. But you know, anyway, so I wish I would have saved money back then because I blew it all like an idiot. Like guess what I blew it on? Video game stuff. Surprise, surprise, right? What an idiot. Well, actually, no. I did get a punching bag, a kickboxing punching bag. I always wanted that. It was like sitting on my Amazon list for like a gazillion years. You know, so I finally, you know, got that checked off my list. But, you know, I wasn't trying to be like a jerk or anything. You gotta understand, it was 2020, dude. Need I say more? Like, it was tough for everybody. You know, so like I had to get some dinero. You know, I had to get some feria. You know, I had to get some yen, some dollars, some pounds. You know, some euros, some euros. You know, I had to get some currency, dude. Like I had a sick mom, bro. Like it was, you know. So, but thanks to my body friend, you know, he came through for the kid. He was a plug for me, you know. But that was the only time I ever bought it. It wasn't even bought it. It was just me really, it was me sleeping in my car a lot and waiting for the truck to come. And then like it you know, I was so good with finessing the trucker. Like he knew. Like I spoke to him so well. Like as soon as the truck came, like he would like kind of like give me that look, like they're here. And I was like, say less, and I'll walk right in. And these would be on random days. They'd be on random days, and I would purchase them. But you got to purchase them right away because someone would buy them online. And, you know, when you buy them online, you just select the store. They would take the console out of the store. And, you know, they'd be sold out. So, type-ish. But, yeah, I wasn't a botter, man. I wasn't a botter. I was somebody who was fortunate in 2020. But I was an idiot because I blew all my money. I have nothing to show for it other than stupid things like arcade cabinets and stuff like that. So, damn, I died quick, but whatever. You know, so it was okay. It was okay. It was good. Series X. Jesus Christ, man. I feel like I'm being used. You used me for. You're using me, you little YN. Tell me another story. Tell me another story, Grandpa, of back in your day when. Let me see. Well, you know, the Series X. I don't really have a story for the Series X. The Series X, it was kind of short and sweet. Actually, I do have a story for the Series X, and you know what? I wish I would have vlogged it. Okay, so basically, I don't even know how I even got a pre-order. I'm just so aggressive. Like, when I want a console, it's like I have to get it. I don't even know how I got a Series X because those were just as hard as the 5. All I remember was, damn. I can't remember how I got it, but I pre-ordered it. And, you know what? I went in the store. My botter friend, that's right. He told me, yeah, he helped me with a lot. Anyways, so it's the night before the release of the Xbox Series X. And it's like maybe 10 p.m. Pacific time. And you're probably thinking, how the hell do you know this so vividly? Bro, it was 2020. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, it kind of was, but it kind of wasn't. So I remember the time because I remember I wanted to be in line. I wanted to be first in line, and I wanted to be there early. So I'm there. I'm in line 10 p.m. Mind you, if you want to camp out for a Switch 2, do this. Go the night before and, you know, just and go, like, don't go at midnight. Go like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Do it because there will already be a line. There's some guys that will probably be out there like 2 days before, I'm telling you. Anyways, so it's like the night before. It's like 10 o'clock, and it's a nice shopping center. You know, lights are bright. It's good. It's a good area. You know, so it's like 10 o'clock though, and GameStop just closed, and I'm hungry as hell. And there's like freaking El Pollo Loco. I don't know where your location is, but in California we have El Pollo Loco. So like there's like these different restaurants and stuff, and I'm like, damn, right? And there's like hey, my tribal chief, what's going on, dude? What's going on, man? What's going on? I gotta DM you, kid. Anyway, so it's like the night before, and I'm hungry because I'm an idiot. I didn't eat anything. I get in line at 10 o'clock. Tell me why when I pull up with the Toyota Corolla, there's like these two guys waiting outside. I'm like, damn it. But I'm like, hey, calm down. You're only number 3 in line. That's good. You're going to get your Series X and S because I pre-ordered each of them because I'm a crazy person like that. So I'm like, no biggie, say less. And I go online, and it's like this scrawny little guy, you know. He's a little guy, small stature, you know. That's okay. But I'm just saying he looked harmless, you know. And I was concerned for him because even though the area was good, more on that later. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, I'm number 3. So I get in line, and then he's like, hey, you're number 2 in line. I'm like, bro, I was like, I'm number 3. He's like, no, he's with me. And I was like, okay, cool, say less. So I was number 2. So, anyways, I'm like, man, I'm hungry as hell. I was like, I want to really go to this freaking El Pollo Loco and this Chick-fil-A. The way I am is how I eat fast food. Like, I'll go to multiple places and I'll mix my food up, but never mind that. I was a bigger guy back then, but it wasn't, you know, I had a little, you know, your boy was kind of, I was hitting the weights. Hitting the weights with this guy right here, Unreal, you know. Unreal's a D1 football player, so, you know, I was banging the weights back then. Anyways, so I was like, man, you know, I got to eat. And then these guys were so cool. They was like, look, they was like, bro, they was like, you can leave line right now. They was like, you can go into the shopping center, go into this Walmart, whatever you got to do. They was like, we'll tell somebody, like, you're behind us. They was like, you got a chair? I was like, chair? I was like, no, I'm standing here. They was like, we got a chair for you. I was like, okay, cool. And then they pulled out a chair, and they set a chair there. And I remember the chair, I was disgusted because it was a Seattle Seahawks chair. If you don't know, I'm a 49ers fan, you know. So it was a Seahawks chair, so I was angry. But it was bittersweet because I'm like, okay, cool. If I get tired, I'll just sit in the damn chair. I'll probably put like my shirt over it or a blanket. I had a blanket in the trunk, so I'm like, I'll cover that up because I don't like Seattle. I'm cool with Seattle now, but back then, you know, this is back when they were kicking our butt still a little bit. Anyways, off topic. So, anyways, I get my snacks, I come back, and when I come back, there's like freaking 10 people. Mind you, it's only like 10:30, and I'm like, damn. And I'm like, people really want the Series X. And then the police come. And I don't know what happens because I'm eating my food in the car, and I got the music playing loud, so I'm like in my own world. And I don't care. I got a chair out. I got my own spot. And everyone leaves. And then everyone leaves except the 2 guys that were there before me. And then I get out, and I'm like, hey, what happened? And it was like the police came, and they said we can't sit here because the shop is closed. Because it was getting late. You know, stores started closing. And he was like, they said we can't come here. They said if we want to line up, we got to line up like in the morning, like 6 a.m. or something. And then I was like, why are you guys still here? They was like, you didn't see us leave and circle around? I said, no. They was like, we left. We just sat in the car, and, you know, the officer left. Everyone actually left. And then, you know, we just came back. And I guess the officer didn't see me. You know, I was windows tinted. I'm eating in the car. And after that, basically, I'm like, okay, so it's like 12:30 midnight now. And then I get out. I'm on a full stomach. It's great. I show some gratitude and appreciation. I remember I got these guys like some gummy worms and some chips, like some snacks. I'm like, here, in case you guys be hungry, it's gonna be a long night. So I appreciate it, bro, but we have hot dogs. I'm like, hot dogs? These guys had freaking hot dogs inside of the back of their truck that was like inside of a chest that kept it warm. And they was like, you want a hot dog? I'm like, yeah, even though I already ate. So anyways, fast forward, it's a couple hours, it's getting late. It might be, I don't know, 2, 3 a.m., you know. And then this one guy shows up. He shows up like, I think maybe like 3 a.m. He's a hefty looking guy. You know, short, stocky guy. Looks like a modern day Viking. Long beard, tough guy. Pulls up in the truck. And I remember he was from Iowa. I really wish I would have got his gamer tag because he was a really cool guy. I really wish I would have got his gamer tag and added him on Xbox because the other 2 guys who were in front of me, I got their gamer tags. You know, but he was a good guy. He was from Iowa. He was a wealthy guy, you know. He said he drove down here to fix 2 of his properties. I'm like, bro, you got 2 properties in California? I don't know a single person who owns 1 property in California. And he was like, yeah, man. He's like, you know, I was like, ugh, why do you choose to live in Iowa? He was like, well, you know, that's where I'm from. That's where I want to be. I was like, all right, say less. Anyways, he was cool as hell. So it's getting late. It's getting cold. It's foggy. You know, and then by the time the sun starts coming up, I think the people didn't start getting in line until I think 5 a.m. 5 a.m. is when they got in line. 6 a.m. it started to get real crazy. And then by the time it was 6 a.m., like people started to get loud. They started to get a little fussy, you know. And then the store finally opened up, and then some little hefty guy comes out. He's like, single file line. And we're like, okay. And then he starts letting people in one by one or whatever. And then he's asking you if you have a pre-order. If you have a pre-order, like basically you're MVP. Like you're like, not MVP, excuse me, you're VIP. You know, if you don't have, let me stop blowing up the generator. If you don't have a pre-order, they treat you like crap. They just tell you to wait outside and that's it. And people with pre-orders they let in, but they broke us up into 2 lines. I'm being very specific with this, but I don't know. I remember it vividly, you know. But they broke us up into 2 lines, you know. 1 line you're paying cash, 1 line you already paid or something, you know. And then so I get my Series X. No, I'm waiting to get my Series X, and then some desperate mom comes into the store, and they're like, "You can't be in here. You can't be in here." Unless you have a pre-order, and she ain't trying to hear all that. She's not acting crazy or ratchet or nothing, but, you know, she's like, damn it, I'm late. Sorry, teammate. But anyways, she's like, I'm trying to find this. She's such a wholesome mom. I feel so bad for her. She's like, I'm trying to find this Xbox. It's on my son's Christmas list, and yes, man, she was a hot mom. God, bro, what? I mean, for the record, she was. Oh my God, Jesus. Anyways, so she's like, I'm trying to find this Xbox. I really don't know where to find it. And she's like, come here. She was like, you look like a gamer boy. I was like, what? She was like, you look like you know what. And I'm like, what you need help with? And she's like, please tell me that they're not sold out here. I said, well, they're not, but I said it's limited stock, and you have to wait in that line outside. And then I was like, the only reason why I'm in here is because I'm technically in a line and I'm just waiting to pick up my Xbox Series X, which I already paid for. And then she's like, I said, ma'am, I said, listen, don't waste your time. I said, between me and you, they only have 7 Xbox Series X's here. I said, everybody in line has to go home. I said, but you know what, for you, there's probably still time, so I'm telling you this now. All the people in line, they're going to find out later. So I was like, listen. I said, your best bet is going to be Target. And the only reason why I knew this is because my botter friend. And she looked online and they were saying in stock, but she couldn't check out in the cart. I said, ma'am, don't waste your time. Do not try to check out in the cart. I said, I need you to go to the closest Target now. And you might have a chance. I don't know if she ever got her Series X for her son, for her little Johnny, but you know, I mean, I did help her out, so. And yes, Chubbs, you goddamn gooner, she was a hot mom, bro. What the hell, bro? That's not the point. She was a. Did you hit on her? No, I didn't hit on her, bro. You guys are just some little gooners. Gooners, man. Gooner trolls. Oh my God. Anyway, so I'm not done with this damn story. So I go home. Well, I'm about to go home. I gotta run from the killer. So anyway, so I get my Xbox. I get a couple games, whatever. And I've been up all night, so I'm feeling kind of weird. I'm hungry again, so I go to like some burger joint. I go to this bomb Mexican spot. It's like right next to the GameStop. Via Mexico, right? So anyways, I'm eating. Come back home. This is before the PS5 line, so I didn't put it on TikTok or anything. I went straight into freaking, I forgot what Call of Duty it was, but I went straight into the campaign, and I didn't get off until like I beat it. And yeah, I had a good time with my Series X. It was pretty cool. I've been in love with that Series X ever since, until I sold it. But calm down. I have another Series X. I actually had 3 of them. And now I'm down to 1. But the one that I have, I would never sell it. And the reason why is because it was a Christmas gift, and I don't sell gifts. It's just my opinion, but I believe if you ever sell a gift, I think it's just disrespectful and a slap in the face to the person who bought it for you. So a very special person, and she knows who she is. She bought me the Series X, but this just isn't any normal Series X. This is a limited edition Halo 20th anniversary Series X. So yeah, I'm not ever selling this. I use it, but eventually it's gonna go behind a glass and it's gonna go, in the trophy room. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have like this whole thing. So, but I use it, but I don't use the controller because I want the controller to be as new as possible, and the controller is just as new as it can be because I've never played with that controller, not one time. But it's the Halo edition. It's the one that came out in 2021. It's those, bro. You can't buy these. I mean, you can, but used. You can probably find them on eBay, but they might be a little up there, but not really. It's just a Series X, but it is kind of like it was a limited, thing. So I wanted it because since I'm an old head, I remembered the first Halo. I was really young, but I do remember the first Halo for the first Xbox. So 20 years of Halo, 2001 to 2020, it's been a long time coming, so this Xbox is very special because it's a Christmas gift, and it's Halo 20, it's a Halo 20th anniversary Xbox, and only you old heads can relate. The YNs can't really relate. I'm sorry, because a lot of you guys are probably born in 2001, or probably after. I get it, whatever, but I remember the first Xbox, and I remember Halo, and I remember playing the first Halo with my bro, and it was fun as hell. So this Xbox is very special, and it will never, ever, ever, ever be sold. And I'm looking at it right now because it sits on top of the desk. So, eventually I'm gonna put it up though. It's everything. I have the box and everything. Everything's clean, neat. It will get expensive over time because it's a limited edition Series X, and it's a Halo 20th anniversary. So but it's never gonna get sold. So because like I said, I don't sell gifts. On top of that, I ain't selling this, bro. I'm a collector, bro. I got OCD. I'm a collector. Whenever there's a freaking limited edition Switch 2, best believe that I'll be grabbing it, and that's what I do. I collect. I have a couple of Gears of War limited edition Xboxes. I have the Gears of War 3 or 4? I don't know which Gears of War, but I have a Gears of War 360 limited edition. It's the red one. And then I have the Gears of War 5 Xbox One X, the Scorpion, whatever. That thing is like brand spanking new. So, what do I do with them? What do you mean? I collect them. You ever go to those channels? You ever see those guys that got those game rooms and they got all that stuff? Like I kind of had a room like that, like kinda. Like I wasn't on that level, but like I kind of had a room like that. But a lot of my stuff is like it's put up now, like it's in crates. The only thing I think I do have out is really just my PS3 collection and like 2 of my PS3s, which are like starting to get kind of expensive, which is pissing me off because I want to get another one. It's the day one PS3s that played PS2 games, and one's an import from Japan, and then the other one is from here in the U.S. But they're starting to get expensive, so I don't like that. That just means I'm getting older because the PS3 and the Xbox 360 is starting to look ancient. Yeah, time is moving. Time is moving. So Yep. Oh my God, bro, Jesus. Okay, I'm convinced. I guess I'm just gonna tell every damn story of every encounter of every console that I had. Like, you don't want me to like talk about the Switch 2? You don't want me to talk about like the NBA playoffs? Like, you just want me to? He said no in all caps. Okay, message received. I don't know. What's the Nintendo Wii U? I don't think I have a story for the Nintendo Wii U. I mean, I kind of just like, see, here's the thing. I didn't buy the Nintendo Wii U. I did buy it, but I didn't buy it at launch. I just kind of went to the store and bought it. Like, there's no story for that. And the funny thing is, I never played it. I actually sold it on eBay. And the reason why I sold it is because the Nintendo Switch was coming out. So I sold my Wii U, got a Switch, and that was that. Tell you about the Switch? Um, to be honest, bro, there's not really a story for the Switch either because I didn't get it at launch. I didn't want it right away. I remember waiting because I don't know. I didn't. I remember like I think at the time, somewhere around that time, I think the PlayStation. I think it was the PlayStation 4. What do you call it? The PlayStation 4 Pro came out like before it. So back then, during that time I was like really into PS4. You know. Like I was like really into Apex, even though I'm trash. You know, I was like really into Apex, but I only played Apex because I had people that I used to game with online. They were like big on Apex, they were big on Fortnite. So at the time, I was only playing Apex, I was only playing Fortnite, I was only playing Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 11. You know, so type-ish. So I don't know. I don't think there's really a story for the Switch. He says, will there be a story for the Switch too? I mean, if I go get it at launch, I don't know if I want it though. But the thing is, if I do get the Switch 2, I'm gonna try my best to get the Switch 2 with Mario Kart World. And if I do get it, I will, obviously play Mario Kart World on stream, whatever. I'll probably try to upload some pictures of the whole console, give you a better look and a closer look. But the thing is though, if I do get the Switch 2, and that's a big if because I don't really want it right now, but if I do get it, because I was thinking about, look, don't judge me, but I was thinking about reselling it. Hey, don't judge me. Hard times, bro, hard times. But if I do get it, it's not gonna be a story because like technically I already have two. Technically I already have two, but if I do go get a Switch, I can pretty much just walk into the store and just grab it. And the reason why is because like I'm really like good with the managers at the local Walmart. Like they really rock with the kid. And like the area is like really small, and like just to give you an idea of where I currently am, like during the time, like I think when PS5s were still kind of hard to get, like I think in 2021, they were literally on shelves, like where I'm at right now. They were on shelves. So, it's like, I don't think it's going to be a story. I think I'm just going to walk into the store and be like, hey, Bob. And he's going to be like, hey. And I'm going to be like, yeah, get me that Switch right there. And then it's pretty much going to be it, so. He said I should get a Switch just for I should get a Switch just for a story. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna be a story. I'm just gonna walk in the store and get it. Like I don't know. I don't really know. I've already talked about the PS3. I told the PS3 story. I told the PS3 story. I told the 360 story. I told the GameCube story. I told all of them already. PS2, 360. You said PS2. There's not really a story for the PS2. I was so young. There's not really a story for that. I kind of just got it. PlayStation Vita. I never bought a Vita. I never bought a Vita, so I don't know what it's like for a Vita. I never bought a Vita. I have no idea. He said, just tell us any gaming story. I just want to hear gaming stories now. Damn. Alright. Well, I mean, dude, why you I swear to God, you act like I'm 100 years old. Like, I'm 6 years older than you. Like, you act like I've been gaming since freaking 1989. You act like I grew up gaming on the Super Nintendo. Now, my uncle had a Super Nintendo, and I remember being really young, and I remember him having it. My Uncle George, I remember him having a Super Nintendo. It was always fun when he used to babysit us. This fool had like all the systems. It was really, really lit. This fool had like everything. I remember back in the day, like we had to like tussle with him just to play freaking Grand Theft Auto Vice City with the PS2. It's like, bro, we're old enough. Like, cut us some slack. Like, come on. Like, it's not like we're gonna like, pick up the prostitutes. Do what that game does when you pick up the prostitutes. But we did it anyway. But yeah, good days. We would watch wrestling with him, play a little bit of PS2. He'll order some dominoes, and it's pretty goddamn fun. It's pretty goddamn fun. He says I haven't told the story about the Wii. I did. I I did. You're late. I did tell you didn't hear that long story about the Wii, me and my younger brother. Remember, I told you like we missed school, and then we missed school before the day it came out on purpose. And then he woke me up and he said he had it, and we both played it, and the controller, the Wiimote, slipped off my hand and it hit my TV. Told that story. Told that one. I told the Xbox One. I didn't buy an Xbox One. I remember Unreal getting the Xbox One at launch. I got the PS4. I didn't want the Xbox One. Who wanted? Let's be honest. Who wanted the Xbox One at launch? Like, remember when it first came out? They had the what do you call it? I don't even remember because it's been so long. They had the RDM, the HD, whatever it was called. Anyways, it turned off a lot of people. You know. Well, I mean, damn. Yeah, it was. I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know. PlayStation 4. Okay. This is weird. I don't know. You want to hear every story of every encounter I've ever had. You basically want to hear a story of every encounter I ever had with almost every console that I've owned or currently own. Okay, PS4. I mean, not much of a story. Actually, kind. Okay. So basically, I didn't get the PS4 at launch. But I remember when I was getting it. I remember I was right outside of GameStop, and GameStop was about to close. At the time, I was with my mom, and we were coming from our favorite taco place that was in our hometown, and it was right next to. It was literally connected to the GameStop. It was the same building. It was next door. So, PS4. I go in there, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, you got any PS4s?" And he's like, "I got 2 left." And I was like, "Okay, I only need 1." And then he was like, "We're about to close, so you got to like wrap this up." I'm like, "Okay, Mr. Pushy." So, you know, I try to pay, and then I think I tried to pay with my debit card, and it wasn't enough. And I think I was like $80 short or something like that. And then my mom's rushed me. She's like, "Let's go." She was always annoyed with me going to GameStop because back when I was younger, whenever I went out with my mom, if there was a GameStop, I had to go in there. So she would always be like, "Oh God, here he goes again." So she's trying to pull me out, and I'm like, "I'm trying to buy a PS4." And she's like, "Okay, we'll buy it." And I'm like, "I'm short." She's like, "You short?" She's like, "Okay, what's that got to do?" I'm like, "Listen, look, can you spot me?" And at first she's like, "No." She's like, "I just want to go." And I'm like, "Mom, I gotta get this because, you know, if they sell out these PS4s, I don't know when they're gonna restock again. Because this is kind of like after they came out, but it wasn't at launch." And then she's like, "Oh God," she's like, "How much?" I was like, "I'm like 80. Just give me a band." And then she's like, so she gives it to me, and then I go in there, and as I go in there, someone's walking out with a damn PS4 that fast with a big smile on his face. I'm like, "You son of a gun." But I'm cool because there's one left. And then I see some loud dude, some loud big fat dude, and he's getting out, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm about to get that PS4. I'm about to get that PS4 though." He's on his cell phone being loud. He's talking to just somebody on speakerphone, and he's like, "I'm about to get that PS4 though. I just called and they said they got 2 more." And I'm like, "Okay." Someone just walked out, and there's one more, and this big fat guy who thinks he's gonna get into the store before me and get this last PS5. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So I storm in. I hurry up and storm. I'm like, "Mom, hurry up. I'm like, I need the money." I was like, this guy's coming. You know, and the fat guy, you know, I kind of underestimated him. He's moving. So I'm like, "Mom," I'm like, this is the last one. This big dude's gonna buy it. You don't hear him loud on the phone acting all ratchet and whatnot. And then she gives me the 100, and I go in there, and she's like, "Bring my change back." And I'm like, "Okay." So I go in there, and he's like, "Bro, we about to close in like 3 minutes." And he's like trying to shut off lights. I'm like, "Bro, here, take the money here." I was like, "Keep the change." I said, "Wait a minute, don't keep the change. I need to give my mom her change back." And I buy it, and then I'm like, "Damn it, I really wanted to get a game, but I was like, bro, just." I remember it was Madden 50. I think it was Madden. It was one of those stupid Madden games. It was trash Madden. And I'm like, "Bro, just give me Madden." It was like Madden 25. And he gave me Madden, and I hurried up. And I remember I got Madden like with my debit card because I didn't have enough. So I don't know. I was in the negative, basically. And I don't know. With the cash, like I kept it, and then I just gave her the 100 back, and I was like in the negative. I should have did that before, like whatever, I don't know, but Anyway, so I walk out, and then dude's trying to walk in, and he walks in, and I remember. Now my mom is like, she's cranky, and she wants to hurry up and go. And I remember sitting in the car, and I'm like, she's like, go, drive off. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, watch this. I'm like, Mom, watch what's about to happen right now. And she's like, watch what? She's like, I don't want to look at that boy. I said, no, watch this. And we can't hear anything. And he's talking to the GameStop employee. Next thing you know, bro's arms is going up. He's all up in arms. His body language has changed. You can see him yelling. You can't hear him, but you're looking through the glass. You can see him yelling. I'm like, yeah, sucker. It's like, I bought the last PS4. And then I drive off. And I'm like, man. I'm like, Mom, you don't know how close that was. I almost didn't get a PS4. And then I went home and I played Trash Madden. And then I think like a few weeks later, I ended up getting like, I think it was like the remaster of Tomb Raider, which is an awesome game. And I haven't played it, and I gotta play it. I might play it on stream. It's the first Tomb Raider. It was the remake. It was the Tomb Raider that came out for the PS3 and the 360, and then they made a remaster for the Xbox One and the PS4. Phenomenal effing game, dude. I never finished it, but that game is mwah. I think it got Game of the Year from like GameSpot.com or something. I don't know. It's won an award though. It's a really good game, but I never finished it. Maybe I'll finish it on stream one day. I don't know. I'll probably start from the beginning, take it back. But yeah, that's the PS4 story, man. It's the PS4 story. Honestly, I think I'm kind of storied out. I think at least when it comes to the games, when it comes to the consoles. So Chubbs, look at him, saying more. Chubbs, I think I told every story, man, of consoles, bro. I mean, I can probably talk about other stories, but it could be gaming related, but I mean, damn, do you really want to hear about me and my brothers fighting over controllers when we were kids? Like, I don't think you want to hear about that. I'll tell you my birthday story. It's still in the gaming, it's still on gaming topic. I was young. I was a little niño, right? I was a little niño. Poquito. It was real small. Not that small, because I was a tall kid. It was my birthday, and basically, I really wanted to get the new, what was it, the Game Boy, Nintendo DS. I don't know what the hell it was. It was one of those Game Boys. And, me and my bros, sis and all that, we're outside in the backyard, and we're playing basketball on this tiny little court. It was my baby brother's court, and we're dunking on it and stuff. I'm about to break it. Those tiny little kid basketball courts. They're like bright colors and stuff like that. We're like doing 360 dunks and all type of stuff. We're like, yeah, it's my birthday. It's like, yeah, like my big sister's about to bake me a cake. I'm just, I'm feeling myself. It's my birthday. I'm getting older. Big sis about to bake me a cake. And yeah. So basically, I do like this crazy dunk, and the freaking basketball court tips over, and it hits the side of the kitchen window, and it busts the kitchen window out. My heart drops. This is on my birthday, fam. I was like, damn. And my sister ran, my other brother ran, and then my youngest brother's just looking at me. He said, I didn't do it. I was like, damn. So, and then I'm just bummed out, and I'm stressed out, and my mom's at work. And then I don't know who told her, but she knew before she got off work. I was pissed off. Well, she comes home, she's yelling at me, and then I'm thinking like, okay, well, I'm not gonna get this Game Boy and these Pokemon games that I wanted, and I was so ashamed. It just sucked. And then, she was like, she comes in, she tells me, she's like, you're not getting that Game Boy, and she lied to me. She was like, it's sold out anyway. She had it the whole time, but she lied to me. The thing that was actually sold out was one of the Pokemon games. I was supposed to get 3, but I only got 2. One of them was sold out, but whatever, because it wasn't the one I really wanted anyway. I think the one I wanted was like Pokemon, the black and white version, silver. I don't know. I get mixed up. It's been a long time. Diamond or something. But anyway, so basically, wait, hold on one second. Okay, that's fine. teammate wanted to leave, but I'm trash anyway, so can't blame. But anyways, also like, basically, she kind of just holds the Game Boy. So I'm thinking she doesn't have it. So she makes me wait for like all day. So, you know, we sing happy birthday, cake, cut the cake. I didn't get the Game Boy. Like, and I'm like super sad. And I'm like, well, you know, she told me it was sold out. But, and then on top of that, she told me she wasn't going to get it anyway because she heard about me breaking the damn window. But then right before the night was over, she gave it to me. It was in the Target bag and everything. It wasn't even wrapped. It had the 2 Pokemon games, and I was like, hell? And then she was like, look, I'm mad at you because you broke that window. I was like, look, it was an accident, man. Like, why would I intentionally want to vandalize our own home? I'm not a monster. I'm not an animal. I'm civil, right? I'm civil. You raised me. You raised a civil human being. Or at least I like to think so. But anyways.